And madams, let's start this poll off quick. Just give me a second and we'll get our brains together. Um, let's see if I can even get my thing today. Diddly doo. Slow and steady today. Nice and easy. I'm going to this in there. So if you have to have any coffee, but we're going to have that coffee together here in just one moment. Talk about how we're going to turn the page. Some recommendations I have and what's helping me to move forward through this anxiety and depression and grief. Finally, at a place where I feel like I'm finding the other side. Um, Trying to do if I could. It's too early in the morning. That's there. There's our pool. And look, we got two rows. Good morning, then Lady J. Absolutely amazing. It's good to. I didn't even get to finish getting that poll set up this morning. That's awesome. It's really good to see you both today. Especially starting off with you two amazing human beings is a blessing. I want to thank you both so much for sticking through all this with me, for being around and being motivated and motivational and appreciative. Despite where I feel like I've been lately, where I know I've been struggling deeply the last couple months, falling into depression and anxiety, and it's amazing that you human beings have helped me to hold on, and I appreciate you deeply. Well, I'm here now, Rose, and doing good to see you. Doing good to see you both in an appreciative and compassionate way this morning. It's still a little jogged because I haven't had any caffeine. Had a weird night last night, but not too bad. We go over that if you guys want here in a minute. But just feeling appreciative and thankful and blessed this morning in a way I haven't felt in a long time. Due to this, my mental health and this whisper that consumes me. I know, and I'm very appreciative for that, Lady J. It's absolutely amazing thing. I know you're here for me, and that's a blessing. And the comments on the other videos have helped me through slow and steady, and have been part of the puzzle pieces that'll help me get my head together and get my shit rolling, because it's time to move forward with compassion and love and appreciation in our hearts. It's time to turn the page on yesterday and find our way into tomorrow over a nice cup of coffee, by living in this moment with appreciation, love, and respect for ourselves. And it's a hard thing to find if you struggle with letting go, if you struggle with depression, anxiety, and grief. And I'm not gonna act higher than thou for sure, because yesterday I struggled still. But I'm not gonna diminish myself. I've been placing these things in place, these pieces of the puzzle to get better, to feel better, and to grow beyond this pain that I've found myself in. And I wanted to share that. It's amazing to see you, Lewis. I appreciate you, brother. Double tap that screen. Your thumbs won't fall off. It's good for you. It's got all your vitamins and minerals for the day. I almost promise you'll be all right and make it through. And I would appreciate it deeply. It's good to hear, Rose. I appreciate that. 132, how you doing? Noah. No, it's not. No, what's not there, Noah? There, Mr. Switzer, Z, NS. It's not going to be all right. I know that feeling as well. I get trapped there and stuck in that dark, broken place because nothing will fix it immediately. You're right. It's not going to be okay right now. If you don't feel well right in this moment, it's not going to be okay in the next moment. All right. It's going to take time and faith in yourself and in the world and compassion for who you are to get through whatever you're getting through. And it's going to be different for you than it was for me. It's going to be different for each and every one of you and how you're going to get through it. But I want to share some of that, how I'm finding my way here in this moment by turning the page, by letting go to the best of our ability. I feel like I have a monopoly on this concept of holding on and feeling like I can let go at points, and at other points holding on to everything, resentments for myself and what I've been through, pain and anguish and grief and loss and this overwhelming sense that I'm worthless and that I'm broken and that nobody will ever fucking give a shit and I should just walk off into the sunset and not give a shit anymore, you know. But those things have got to stop. We've got to find a way to find love and compassion and appreciation for ourselves. Let's go back up here. I missed a couple of you guys. It will be okay, Scott. Live your day. Do not worry about future and live in the past. Very much so, Rose. That's where I'm at today. It's a very beautiful piece of advice. I appreciate that. That's exactly where I'm at today. I'm not allowing myself to live in the past. And woke up in the middle of the night last night with this understanding that it's time to give thanks. It's time to be appreciative for this moment and where we're at. It's time to really be compassionate and appreciative for who we are. And it's amazing to see you guys all in today, and I hope that we all find that place of peace and compassion and love for ourselves. This morning over a nice cup of coffee as we take it slow and steady. Just did social media detox. That's part of what I got to work on too. Sharia, I probably just slaughtered the hell out of your name. Hey Scott, I'm getting better day by day. Hope you are getting better. 1% better today, as Scott W would say, is all that we can actually hope for, correct? Slow and steady, nice and easy. And I don't know if I have a lighter in here. That'll be tragic. Probably shouldn't be so. Ooh, there's one in my pocket. I got it. Anyway, yeah, you know, don't expect it to change all in one moment. You got to fit these pieces together. We got to find a way to know that it's going to take a lot of little things to get us back to that place of positivity and hope. It may take medication. It may take therapy. It'll definitely take opening up and being honest and appreciative with people you care for. For me, at the very least, that's the beginning of it. Musical medicine and treating ourselves well, treating ourselves like we'd treat someone we love. Sheree, I appreciate you deeply. Again, no, it's not. I'm sure it is. Just did the social media. Yes, you should. No. What are we talking about here, NS? That's great. One day at a time. One day at a time, Lady J. Thank you so much. And Rose, Scott, I have some advice and things to tell you, but how can I contact you? You can go onto my Facebook if you'd like. It's Scott Jackson. If you put Scott Jackson Syracuse in, I'll be in a red canoe, and you can hit me up on Messenger there. I don't go on much. I've got it on another phone at the house. But yeah, you can, or you can cash app me $1, which is in the description, and then put your phone number in there, and we can text that way if you're comfortable. This way we're not putting either of our numbers out there. But yeah, the YouTube thing should be more than enough. NS, all right, I appreciate you working on my chat right there, NS. Helps out a ton. And whatever you're struggling with, good sir, please stick around for a while. Or madam, Noah, you know, if you're obviously in a rough place, grasping for attention, my friend, and we're here for you. It's all right. We don't necessarily enjoy you spamming the chat, but that's okay. We don't have any monitors in right now. There's no adults watching, so you feel free. If that's what you need to do to feel like you're connected and appreciated. No, yeah, well, I'm with you on that one, Noah. It's all good. Is that what you're knowing about? Just say it, brother. Smoking's Horrible Rose. I sent a friend request a long time ago. Oh, does it come up as Rose, or do you have a different name on there? No. Good morning, Scott. You look good this morning. Thank you, Sarah. I feel well this morning. It's a beautiful day. Through effort and time, you know, that it took a while to get back to this place, and I'm not going to say I could be here forever. Yesterday was a horrendous day. Yesterday was horrible. It was rough in a lot of ways, but it was the last couple pieces of the puzzle that I needed to pull myself out of that depression and grief for the moment. And I wanted to share that with my turtle herd, with my friends and family out there who I know struggle as well and have been backing me up through this struggle. Noah, stop smoking. I'm with you, Noah. I'm doing my best, one step at a time. I actually uptake my cigarette intake by 1,012,000,000 a day. It's fucking ridiculous. The anxiety and stress and this feeling of being paralyzed through that anxiety and stress has caused me to smoke more cigarettes. I'll admit it. I've gone the opposite way with that, but we're gonna slow down. I'm gonna slow down a bit with that as well, and keep that in mind. Rose May on the face. Okay. Well, like I said, it's at the house, Rose, and I'll look into that. Maybe, I do have a bunch on there. I don't accept every friend request because I want them to be my friends. I don't want to just have a ton of people and bots and all that stuff. Yeah, Noah. A whole bunch of no's on Noah. Start saying yes to life, Noah. That puzzle piece will help you find a way. Lady J, Scott, please, you're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. I am seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, and I want to share that a bit. It's been a rough road the last couple months, for sure. I allowed that whisper to become a roar in the back of my mind. I allowed this anxiety, depression, and grief to consume me for way too goddamn long. All right, and all these things that seem like they don't matter, they all matter. Get help, ask for help, right? It all seems so asinine. What am I going to say? What am I going to do? I'll be honest with you. In this moment, I went to CPEP. I went to a mental health emergency room on the advice of my sister a couple weeks ago, and it was hard. It was hard to walk in there and sit in this waiting area for hours to speak to a doctor, to ask to get on some medication I knew would help. But speaking with them in the kind, appreciative way that they've been in, it got me back onto the medication I needed, and that's been helping a bit. But I've been finding myself still stuck in depression and this weird numb state from taking this medication, and I don't want to take medication. I'm not a huge person to advocate medication at all, but if you had a broken leg, I'd tell you to use your damn crutch, right? So that was the first step to pulling me out of that. If you're in a dark place, there's help out there. If you're in a dark place with your mental stability and you're having a hard time of letting go of yesterday, and you're living in the past and the future, and you're struggling with every fucking moment and every breath to move forward because of all the pain that you're living in all at once, all the time, it's time to reach out for help. And if you need to start here. Start right now and admit to yourself that there's a problem. You shouldn't feel that way. Now, we're not meant to. The human beings are not meant to be happy and excited and giddy all the time, but you're not meant to be broken and lost for extended periods of time either, my friends, my family, my brothers, my sisters out there. It's a hard thing to see when you're wrapped in pain and anguish. Rose, I look at my first cigarette 2 years ago because my friends, and it almost killed me. Well, that's right. Anxiety, my cigarette intake. Did it? Sarah or Shauna? Noah, still on the no shit. Noah, are you all right, brother? Is that the only thing you could type? You just type yes, so we know you know how to at least spell something different. Shit, type in T. I don't know, teacup. Fucking type hope, love, appreciation, respect, honesty. All these pieces of the puzzle that'll get us back to somewhere other than broken, lost dreams in this abyss of pain and anguish that we find ourselves in as humans. And I speak so passionately of that in this moment, in this morning, because of the struggles that I've been through lately. Finding myself back in that place through not taking care of myself, through listening to that whisper that became a roar that consumed me so completely. And I don't want that for anyone. I don't want that for anyone out there. I want you to be strong and live with compassion and appreciation in your heart to your best of your ability. And I can promise you there ain't going to be pain in this world. Like I said, yesterday was a shit day. I fucked up. The shit was up yesterday. I backed into a vehicle yesterday. Yeah, our little plexiglass window back there. Oh yeah, look, it's a good example of it. See, when the sun shines through that plexiglass, you can't see shit. And I looked over my shoulder, didn't see nobody. I went to back up into a spot. Bam. Yeah, little car accident yesterday. It was my fault. But I got lucky enough for there's a little scuff there, and the dude's gonna go get a quote, and I got a couple dollars saved up towards a new vehicle because this thing's about to shit the bed. So hopefully we could take care of that. But you look like who's Peaky Blinkers? Sharia? Who's Pinky Blinkers? Then I probably just slaughtered the shit out of that too. That's right. You're right. Thank you, Rose. I live in denial of my problems. Party too much. Hide from the truth. Lady J, I appreciate your honesty. The first real, well, I mean, a lot of real true statements this morning. And you're up there in a few different ways. But this morning, that right there deserves a spot under the ceiling of champions there, my friend. We're going to find you a nice, cozy spot for being open and honest. Because I spent my life running from that shit, dude. I spent all my younger years. Here we go. I'll give you a spot right over yonder. There's one. Lady J. We appreciate you being open and honest and expressing yourself fully there, Lady J. It's time to put that. I mean, is that really helping? Is it helps in the long term for you? It didn't for me. And maybe, you know, who am I? I'm not here to judge anybody on how they find peace in their heart. I would love to party, but I'm trying to, you know, I'm still at a point where I'm trying to figure out how to be that without, you know, I get too excited. I mean, I shouldn't, I don't drink very much at all at this point in my life because I drank so much as a child. If that's what you mean by party, you want to go out and catch a movie and goofball, go hiking, you know, listen to some music, that'd be great. I don't really drink, especially with people that drink a lot, because I tend to follow suit because I get excited. Is the Avenger okay? Lady J, the Avenger is not okay. Well, it is. It's still moving, but we got to push forward through that shit. So now the back driver's side blinker won't work. So I don't know if it didn't happen right away after I hit that guy. No, I don't play Fortnite, but I'd love to sometime. Maybe we should check it out. Hey, Z, what's up, brother? It's good to see you. Welcome in there, good sir. Talking a little bit about turning the page, finding peace and acceptance in our heart through the struggle, my friend. Yeah, oh, it's struggling hard. Not just the headliner, good sir. Check out the Galactic Avenger in my playlist of my shorts. And she's pushing through. Way much more going on than that. In the moment, with that fixed, dude, we are not getting that fixed. If I want to get anything fixed, it should be the power steering fluid, or perhaps one of the blinkers that's out, because now there's one on each side of that. One's a ground. This one, I think, has something to do with backing into somebody yesterday. I was hoping Scott W would come on, I know you, or Crank, because I know they know a little bit about cars. I could ask them if it could be the bulb, since because it didn't happen right away, but it's you know, it's damn, yeah, oh damn, yeah. There's no passenger seat. There's usually no back seat, good sir. There's usually a foam mattress that goes into the trunk. But there's a whole lot going on with this bad bitch. What else? Check engine lights on for the evap leak. Some wiring issue where I got to click the doodad to get the radio to work. Your steering fluid's leaking. Oh yes, no, it's not leaking anymore. You just don't keep no steering fluid in it. It don't leak. I stopped doing that when I got back. I stopped putting steering fluid in it a couple months ago. Because I cob jobbed fixed it and it worked. Sure, where are you going? Getting a new car? I have no clue. That's part of my stress lately. All these things, you know. There's been a lot going on at the house. There's a lot going on with the car. The inspection's up here in a few days. And this thing is not passing inspection, and they don't do the Mickey Mouses anymore, as far as I've been told. So. Yeah, that's been part of the stress. I stopped and looked at a van today, a work van. There was a number, and we're gonna see what that looks like. Maybe that'll help us get back. I was thinking, you know, the game plan partially at this point. I got to get to work today and make some money. I got to go do some spark driving and put a couple bucks in the till, and you know, hope that I can stack up some cash and get down to Georgia. Maybe bring this down to Georgia, one last hurrah, and buy a van down there. So when we do get back to traveling, we can travel a little bit more comfortably. And I think that bringing Bun Bun with us would be a little bit more realistic than traveling in the old Galactic Avenger. I did go and look at an ambulance a couple weeks ago, a week or two, I don't know, something like that, and thought it was a great idea until I was standing in it, realizing how much time and effort needs to go into it, and it would be every penny just to buy it, and it needs new tires, cracked windshield, little brake booster issue, you know, and then despite the amount of gas it would take to drive that thing around, I need something I can still DoorDash and Spark Drive so that we can get somewhere. Z, I also got a van. That's awesome, brother. I'm planning on redoing it the way that I did the first van, like I do, you know, make it into a camper van, just like the old camper car here. Like you can't really tell right now because the back seats are in. Where do you work? Rose says. I Spark Drive and DoorDash at the moment. But another thing too, I've been struggling with, do I want to get a job? I'll be honest with you, I don't. Like, I've got this DoorDash, Spark Driving, and I've got some side gigs that I do that make pretty good money when it hits, and that hasn't been really hitting lately. But that's what I do to produce cash. And my bills are minimal. You know, James, there's the big dog himself. It's good to see you today, brother. Working on turning the page, and I'm excited for you to be here today, good sir, to help us figure out a way to do so. Or to experience the process of doing so. We were just talking about, I seen a van down the road. I'm squirreling together cash. A little catch up for you, brother. I got in a car accident yesterday. Couldn't see out the back window with the glare from the sun, and I backed up into a car. It was just a little scrape, but I don't know how much these things could cost. It could be God knows what. The dude said that he would get a quote, and we'll go from there, whether we do insurance or not, which would be great. But it also sucks because every dollar I have has to go towards a new vehicle. The inspection's about to be up on this. This thing ain't passing. Now that back left blinker isn't working, the front right blinker isn't working. So the game plan here is if I see any cops, I can't take a left-hand turn with a cop behind me, and I can't take a right-hand turn with the cop in front of me. You know, and then I can only let the blinker blink 4 times before it starts going nuts and indicates it's something wrong. So that's the game plan with today as I drive shit around. Damn. Yeah, damn. You want to hear some other damn shit? The other day I woke up to a squirrel climbing up my leg. Seriously, like in bed sleeping. Like, what the is that? And threw it across the room, spent 2 hours in the morning fighting this goddamn thing. Ended up having to, I thought I got it out the first day, and then I slept on the couch. It was this last night before, and I woke up this yesterday morning, and the damn thing, or the day before yesterday, and the thing was still scrumming around in there, so I had to go fight with it more, everything out of that room. Don't be sorry, Rose. We're in a place of, I'm in a place of acceptance this morning. I feel appreciative despite all the bullshit that's going on, you know, and that's what I just want to stress, man. It's like these things that go on a lot around us at times don't crush me when I put the right things into place, when I start taking care of myself. And I implore you to do the same. If it feels pointless, empty, and broken today, if you feel like you can do nothing, just don't go backwards. Stay right here, right now, in this moment, and find a way to have peace in your heart. No, it seems like he just wanted to chill. He was like climbing up my leg, looking at me, all chirp and shit or whatever. And I just woke up. What the fuck? And then I was like hiding in the closet, and I'm trying to use the broom to like get it. I had to like take my bed and everything out and like make a corral to go around the room and open the door and like try to. And then it thing got right next to the door. Turned around, ran back in, spent another 45 minutes trying to get it to the door, and finally tried to do that the last time. And I had a fucking an oar that I was using, and I scooped it under the oar and like slung shot it out the damn door. I think I found the spot that it was coming in and patched it up, but I don't know, to take another look at that now that I'm starting to be in my right mind. But yeah, the squirrel he was just chilling. You had a heart attack. I almost did. I love squirrels. Yeah, until they're climbing up your leg while you're sleeping. They're amazing, right? Cute little critters. So my place is right on the wood line, so I don't know. You gotta stop with the compassion and maybe put some poison out or something. My buddy's got a pellet rifle. He said he'd let me borrow. I could clip off a couple, and that'll deter them all away. But I don't want to kill nothing. So I'm gonna eat it, and I don't want to eat a squirrel. You guys want to eat some squirrel? If your recommendation is for me to kill these squirrels, then you got to send me your address, and I'll even process the meat for you. I'll make little squirrel steaks and send them to you, but you got to eat that shit. It's good to hear, James. It's really good to hear, brother. And today is a better day than most that have been in the last couple months. You know, with open, honest communication that can be hard sometimes. You know, when you're feeling like that, you know, there's a way out, my friends. There's a way through the pain and anguish and madness of depression and anxiety. It just takes time. It takes some effort. And try some squirrel, Lady J. All right, I'll take them out. Send me your address. You on Facebook, send me your address. I'll send you some squirrel steaks. They're all running around. I'm sure if I get my buddy's pellet gun, I wouldn't have a heavy heart on taking them out if someone's going to eat them, and I can put that to good use. Like, and then it's not a shame, right? I'm not eating a squirrel. I tell you that much. Tried rabbit once, and I'm not a fan of that. So why would I like squirrel? But I'll send you squirrel, Lady J. You can do like a video review for us. Bless you, James. Appreciate you very much, guys. You're absolutely amazing. 88%. So they struggle with letting go out of eight voters so far. So if you're out there struggling to let go, as I have been lately, letting all this stuff pile on you, and it's been one thing after another. The shower's broken, the furnace is broken, the squirrel climbing up my leg, all the stuff that's got to be fixed around the house, the car and where I'm going. What is the next right thing? I got to get, you know, for a while there, the next right thing was traveling, right? I gotta come to terms with the next right thing is settling in for a minute and getting shit straight, finding a reliable vehicle, whether it be here or in Georgia, you know, and finding a way to stabilize myself. The other news is I've decided to move forward and take my sister's advice and go to Helio Health on Monday morning and get a therapist. You know, maybe do a little bit of that and just explore it a little bit, because I'm all negative about therapy and counseling and stuff, and I've never really given it a shot as an adult. So, and now that I'm feeling better, it doesn't make it pointless, right? In this moment, I'm feeling better. I was freaking anxiety-ridden yesterday. You know, that's what my mind is like, everything's fine. Like, it doesn't make sense. It makes sense, man. There's a cycle to this pain for some of us. I've been struggling with anxiety and depression, deep grief and loss and resentment for myself. And I am, yeah, and that's the thing. I guess part of it is that, you know, and part of the reason why I push away from this is I understand me. I understand the struggles I've been through. I know why I have these pain responses, and fear and anguish and anxiety that causes my stress, right? So who the hell am I to tell somebody else and have to figure it out with somebody? But, you know, we can't handle it alone. And someone who can really maybe diagnose, I'm thinking I might be bipolar. You know, I've been told when I was younger that, you know, anxiety, depression, ADHD, you know, but this fluctuation of emotion seems a little bit, you know, I don't know. You know, I have these epic highs of passion and compassion for myself and understanding of how to heal and grow and have compassion for the child that went through it, me, you, that child, and these things that we've went through. But that doesn't stop the darkness from settling in when I stop running. And that's the reality of it. These trips have been me running. And that's something I got to come to terms with too. Now, I don't want to stop traveling, but I want to stop running. I want to be peaceful in myself and not have to be fearful of coming back to wherever my home base is, because I'm running from all of these things. Everything's going to be okay, Rose. I promise you that, without a doubt. Say that with an open, honest, loving heart this morning. We're going to be all right. You know, we just got to take those steps to lean on the people we care for and be open and honest with what's going on with us and move forward. And you know, and James too, I just want to say, man, I appreciate you expressing how you spoke to somebody, and yeah, they didn't know what to say, but you said it, right? And I hope that it helped. I'm with you too, brother. The world is changing quick, and you know, I want to simplify. I do want to simplify, but I can't keep running. We got to figure out a way to do it healthy, in a healthy and positive way. And Rose says, you're right. Sharia, you're getting better, buddy. We are getting better. And you're getting better too. We're here together. You know, this shit show that is life, this sinking ship that that consumes us. It doesn't have to be all turmoil and crashing waves. It can be compassion and appreciation if we work together. If you're open and honest with what you're going through, we can find a way to have love and compassion in our heart once again. I'm sure of that. It didn't help. Well, I promised someone I care for I'd try it. And I think that, here's the thing, whether we believe it helped or not, James, I mean, the fact that you let it out to another human being is an impressive thing, whatever that may be, and despite the fact that him not being able to help you, or whoever this human being was, grasp what you're going through, I believe there was some kind of growth there for you to find the ability to let go, right? Did it help you in general to let go, to come to terms with whatever is going on? At all? I mean, it didn't fix anything, right? I wouldn't assume that it would just fix anything, but it's not his fault. I just way out of his league. I'm above his pay grade. No, and dude, believe me, I don't underestimate any other human being's ability to experience the full spectrum of life there, good sir. And I'm sure you've been through a lot. You've been here with us through the good and the bad and the ups and downs. And I'm sure, without a doubt, that there's a lot going on there, brother. There's a lot going on this side too. A lot of things that I think I manage and I think I have under control, and I know that, I know how to heal from, and I have these tools, and I lose track of all that listening to the whisper still. Lady J, just as I thought, my mental health was improving. The menopause hit me like a bus, lost the blood more than ever now. I'm sorry to hear that, Lady J. I'm sure that the transition of life is got to be a huge step and a huge boulder to carry. It kept me out of prison. It did help, Jay. It kept you out of prison, right? You know what I'm saying? Because you were willing to go and do something different, it kept you out of prison. Right, I would say that it helped, and now you're helping me by being open and honest with it, I guess, is my point, brother. James, I really appreciate you, man, because I don't know, maybe it won't help. Maybe it'll but me sitting here saying it won't help, I'm not gonna know, because it didn't help me as a child because they kept bombarding me with medication. I don't even want to be on what I'm on now, and I'll be taking it for a while, but I won't be taking it forever. And I'm not gonna take broads of medication. If that's their plan, fuck them. You know what I'm saying? That's it. I don't give a shit. Then I just won't go back. But I promised my sister that I'd be there and I would try it, And breaking those barriers too, I think really helped me, allowing her in and being there with family despite what I've been through with family. And now I push them away because of the chaos, and that's the reality of it. I love my family, but there's chaos and pain and more than I can express in this moment going on there, and it's hard for me to be around that. It's been hard for me to be around that, but they're trying really hard, and I love them deeply, and they love me deeply too. So I'm going to be there for them, or I'm going to do my best to be there, but at a distance, and take care of me and whatnot. James, it kept me out of Rose says, imagine your worry and pain as the sea. Your life is the boat, your pain as worry. Wouldn't affect you unless you let get inside you and make you sink. Instead, using the pain and memories to row your boats. That is a beautiful way to put it, Rose. I appreciate that. We should, yes. And that's part of the grief thing too, that I realize when I use those memories to inspire and feel appreciative. With all the other stuff going on, it can be easy to get lost in that depression of what I've had, what you've had, what has gone on, and what people have done to you and who you've lost. All that stuff has brought us here, and in certain moments last night when I woke up in the middle of the night, it was like this epiphany of peace for the first time in months. I woke up after this dream. It was weird. It was a big party. We were all there, and We were all happy and laughing, and I was joking. I was able to be me in this beautiful, epic way, and it was a beautiful moment. And then the second part of the dream was me spending time with my childhood best friend I haven't seen in 20 years, Chris McDaniel, the fucking crazy son of a bitch. But I woke up with this sense of freedom from the pain that I haven't had in a long time. And it wasn't this momentary magical thing. Like, I've been doing things lately to try to pull myself out of that shit. Try nothing. I've been pulling myself out slow and steady, and I'm trying to share those tools with you. Because I don't enjoy being that human being, and I don't want to see anybody in that place of pain, grief, and depression. That's wrapped with my self-worth and where I've gone and where I've been, and how the core of it is me not living in this moment and finding a way to move forward. The core of all of that and everything that's been going on is me living in the past and the future. And we can't break ourselves out of it in one moment. It's not going to happen right now. And if it does happen right now, I don't really believe it's true long-term medicine. I believe there's a struggle to pull ourselves out of that place, just as it was a slow slide down into that place, or maybe it was an epic fall, who knows. But I know that it takes time to climb out of that chasm of pain, regret, and resentment for ourselves. And I'm out of it in this moment. I'm closer to the light than I've been in a long time, and I don't want to jinx it because just yesterday, through hitting that car, and my sister called me and wanted me to go to eat with her and my nephew, and I said no, and I went, and then we went and seen my other little sister at Wendy's. We just sat there and chatted with them and the crew because they didn't have much going on. It was nice being social, and feeling appreciated, being hugged and told I was loved, and letting people express themselves and care for me. That's something that we got to stop segregating ourselves. There's people out there that love you. If you're in pain, and you feel like you have nobody else, you have this moment right now to express yourself, or you have 988 to call and to express yourself to somebody who cares. This is a nationwide hotline. For everyone in this country, and I'm sure that in other countries they have similar things. I'm sure your hospitals have emergency mental health clinics that, with people you could speak with, or you speak to, if you have a primary caregiver, doctor, that's something that you should chat with him about. If you're struggling with these, be open and honest about it. Don't feel ashamed and broken and lost because you're broken and lost. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, there is a lot of shame that comes along talking about this stuff. And that's what's been really hard for me. I've been really struggling and really wanting to get on here and express fully what I've been going through. And I don't feel like I've been doing a good job of it because I've been in such a dark place. But I know now that it's all these puzzle pieces that come together to heal us. It just takes a lot of time and a lot of effort. And I know that it seems asinine, and even with the therapy thing, it seems stupid. Like, I'm gonna go talk to somebody and they're gonna look at me like James said, like, the fuck, yeah, what are you gonna say to me and all my insanity and the shit I've struggled with and what I'm going through? You know what I'm saying? They can't go back in time and change any of this shit, but maybe a little perspective and a little self-work with someone who is trained and certified to do so. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and try it, because I haven't. And this way I can say whether it works or not. And at the very least, it kept my brother James out of prison. So, it can't be all bad, despite the fact that I'm not a big fan of it. I can't trust myself to make safe decisions. I make myself vulnerable all the time, take mad risks for a bit of excitement. Lady J, I appreciate that you expressing that. I don't know if do you have a core group of people you can chat with? Do you have people in your life? Do you have I don't know if a CODA meeting might help. We're searching to get out of our own minds through excitement, and that's the same thing with me running. Same thing with the traveling. Yeah, it's beautiful and exciting. I can set all this stuff down and none of it matters, right? The past doesn't matter, the future isn't there, and I'm just running and we're doing these beautiful things together. So I get it, right? I get it. That excitement of being free and alive and separate from all of this pain can seem like, and it is medicine. Sometimes we need that medicine. But I think the longer term medicine is to face it head on, Lady J, and find, reach out and have you tried counseling? Have you tried therapy? I haven't. That's why I'm going to try to do it. Have you tried medication? Are you on medication? Is there any kind of groups that you could be involved with that might help? I think that, the little bit of research I've done with Codependence Anonymous, CODA, I think it could be an amazing place for people that struggle with loving themselves. That's the whole core. Drop the stigma of the name, right? Codependence, and you've been called codependent and this shit or whatever. And understand that it's about loving yourself and having healthy relationships. If you struggle with that, you're obviously struggling with having a healthy relationship with yourself, as I am. So maybe Codependence Anonymous would be something to look into, and they have meetings everywhere. You could Google where's a Coda meeting near me. They don't have any in New York. I've been getting emails from the one in Florida since I went last year. And this Monday night, I'm making serious threats about actually going to that Zoom meeting, because there are amazing human beings that are looking to value themselves enough to be healthy and loved and send compassion and love. And I think that might be a place to check out, whether you belong there or not. It's something worth checking out. Let go. It's easier said than done. Wonderful concept. Thank you, IFV. We're doing our best here, brother, and it's a blessing to see you this morning. Rose, I love you. I love to you, Scott. And all we will make it in the end of the tunnel. We are making it there together, slow and steady, one step at a time. I need to go now. I wish I could stay longer. Rose, I'll be headed out here soon anyway, but it was a blessing seeing you today, Rose. An uphill struggle takes you to the highest delights. Lady J, you're absolutely right. And what would be that burger if you weren't hungry? What would be the beauty of a bright blue what would be the beauty of a beautiful sunny day without the rain? The value of finding a beautiful oasis in the middle of the woods without the hike to get there. And I can see that in this moment outside of that paralyzing pain. It's hard to see that inside the pain for sure. Rose, take care of yourself. Keep your help others. It will 100% come back to you. I appreciate that reminder, Rose. You're an amazing blessing here and a beautiful member of the Turtle Herd. We appreciate you, all of us, for liking and subscribing and becoming a member of this core group of loving, compassionate human beings. Nice meeting you, Rose. Let's see. Chip, how you doing today? Mewell. I don't want to slaughter your name, Chip, so I'm just going to say the first part of it. I hope you know I'm talking about with you at the moment. Hey there, favorite butcher of my name. Yeah, see, you already know. Yeah, I always slaughter the shit out of your name. I still don't know. We're pushing forward there, Chip. We're gonna get it's Chip from now on. This way we won't slaughter the shit out of it continuously. Chahadazua Mowola. How's that one? Is that a good slaughterization for the name today there, Chipperoonie? We're doing better than usual today. Better than we have been. Turning the page and letting go of yesterday, finding the compassion to not be stressed when we turn that page and it looks exactly the same. Holy fuck, it's all full of words and there's so much going on. It's nothing's going to change. Start reading that next page, slow and steady. It's not the same as the last one. Move forward. You can't be overwhelmed with yesterday and tomorrow to the point where we're paralyzed and don't do anything today. And that it might sound this magical bullshit, but I'm telling you, there's some real medicine in there if you could figure out a way to take these small steps to hydrate, to feed yourself, to get some good musical medicine, to reach out to someone you love and care for and find compassion in your heart for you and them and allow them to help you become something more. The difference was family. Keep trucking, different course with strong family bonds. Thank you, IFV. I've always struggled with family. I'll be completely honest with you. That's kind of why I struggle now, with that. But we've got to let the past go, and I got to let them be who they're going to be. Part of our struggle with my family and this complete, open, honest shit that I got to start being honest about. I thought I could fix everything. I knew it was better for all of them. You know what I'm saying? I still feel that way. If I could just force it to be the way I want, everything will be fine. But we got to let that shit go. That was my end of my struggles with my sisters, and I admit that. And I got to accept who they are, and know that they love me despite how I am. I gotta love them despite how they are, because who they are, right? It's a hard thing, and I got real lucky when I was younger, finding Rob and Steve and Al, these amazing Native American human beings who took me in and familyed me, as brothers and as a father, and gave me this core understanding of love and appreciation. And it allowed me to separate from all that chaos and pain I came from. But that doesn't mean that I have to run from that forever too. I just have to know my place and my ability. Like Hawanase, Al used to always say, is like, you got to find a way to love certain people from a distance and accept what's going on with them. And I was just like them. I don't want nothing to do with them. I got my family. I got you guys, right? I got the boys and the big dog. Like, need those people. They're nuts, and it's all pain, and it's all anguish, and it's all bullshit. Like, I remember being younger. Crater gave me you guys. Well, I need that, and but I have to understand that my sisters need me as much as I need them, and they love me unconditionally, despite and because of what we've went through together. And I appreciate that reminder there, IFV. I don't reach out for help. Would rather be one. Helping others is much easier. Scott, you and the Turtle family, nature, good music is my therapy. Well, if it's helping, it's medicine, Lady J, and that means a lot, but I implore you that if you have a hard time reaching out and you feel like we're family, please reach out to me. We could chat anytime. I'm here for you. And of course it's easier to help everybody else, right? It gives us that sense of, there is validation there in taking care of others. But to be truly fulfilled, we must be filled with happiness and joy. And happiness comes from helping others and caring for others, and joy comes from taking care of ourselves. There must be a balance there. This is not my medicine. This is Hawanase's words, and he lived by these, and he found a sense of balance that I strive to find. It's good medicine, and you need to take care of you. Taking care, and Lady J, that sounds a lot like, some issues that the Codependents Anonymous can help us with, because I have the same problem, finding validation for myself through doing for me, and that's not fair to us, and allowing other people to do for us and care for us can be an issue that goes along with this thing we're talking about too. IFE, glad you're here. How's it going? Says Lady J. This is my only outlet. Well, James, I'm glad we're back. I'm glad we're here together, brother. The numbers, YouTube, this big idea. Part of what crushed me was this big idea of what I was doing, the next right thing, and I could live off of doing the next right thing and having people help me by growing this concept and pointing me in the right direction, and me, helping me sustain financially, while doing things at a minimal price for people that really need help. And I still like that idea. I think that's an amazing idea, but it felt so big, and it felt so out of reach once I started listening to that whisper that I wasn't good enough. Well, you know what? That whisper today, that whisper, man, you deserve better. You deserve more than what you believe, and it starts by taking care of ourselves, and Lady J, I appreciate you admitting that you have a problem with taking care of you. And we get all of our validation from taking care of others. That helps me to understand that, I need to focus inward on me. Ourselves, our family, and our community is what the big dog always used to say. And you got to do it in that order. I always used to think, I'm doing that. No, it's always skipping me. I've always skipped me. I've always went right to that instant gratification of taking care of others. And that's why I'm in this place of pain and anguish right now. That's why I'm still dealing with the cycle of anxiety and depression and grief that I get caught in, because I'm not taking care of me. And I'm assuming, that you get caught in that same place. And it's an amazing blessing to have you guys all. I can't even, to have you guys all back communicating fully, especially after the time that we took, means the world to me. Because I do have a purpose. You know, we are a family here. I do mean that with a whole open heart. You know, it's not easy for me to open up the way that I'm opening up. But I do this for love and compassion for you and myself. IFV, sorry we're a bit behind, but IFV, it's an amazing sunny day here. I can feel the rays and see the dog relaxing, watching the world. That's absolutely amazing. It's going to be a beautiful day here. A little freezing this morning. Where are you going? You've told me a million times, IFV, but you know I have memory like a goldfish. Where are you at, brother? It's going to be nice in central New York. Going to visit my daughter and granddaughter. We are going to make Halloween decorations. I'm thinking you guys are on the walk there. That's awesome, Lady J. Carving pumpkins and whatnot. I was thinking about doing that with my nieces. I got the house straightened up and have my nieces and nephews over and make dinner and you know, and yeah, it doesn't you can't be full on selfish and it just be about us, right? I mean, there's, especially when that's what we're used to, is taking care of others. Maybe just start there. If you're at a place of paralyzed brokenness, it's okay. If you got to take care of somebody else for some validation, like, I think that's a great thing. Whatever gets you moving and motivated. But somewhere down along the line, we're going to have to start taking care of ourselves. We're going to have to start putting ourselves first in a very wise, selfish way, which means doing something for yourself that doesn't hurt anybody else. Another thing, too, people think selfish. They think you're selfish this or you're selfish that. Selfish isn't a bad thing. Selfish is reality if you want to be healthy, but it's wise selfish. You know, despite what the people around you might say, if you just start doing for you, and they don't know why, you know what I'm saying? Like, it might, it might, you know, cause some struggle and conflict there. But we've got to figure this out. 22 days, Lady J going to visit. 22 days and not a single Garka, Fraker, what? In the list. I don't know what that is. Creature of the family plays massive part in how we deal with pain. They've been through it also. Yes, again, you know, we have to lean on other people, our loved ones especially. I appreciate every one of you. Hey, MD, it's a blessing to see you today, MD. Turning the page today in a way that I haven't done in a while. And I'm glad that you're here to join us for this moment where we explore where I've been, where you might be, and how I'm finding my way out of it and giving thanks for this moment. You know, not worried about the future or the past, staying in this moment together, MD. You as part of this turtle herd is a beautiful thing, and I appreciate you. And I'm glad to see you in today. Country, good morning, good sir. Lady J, MD, my lovely M Dizzle. And good morning. It's the crew's showing up. Anna, we appreciate you. We've been taking care here, but it's good to start seeing all the usuals roll in. My girlfriend number one thinks it's funny to my wife. Yeah. You sound like that dude, James. But yeah, game plan. Game plan is just to get through today, make a couple bucks. My sister said that she'd help me try to put the food trailer on Marketplace and see if we can't get something out of it so I can actually get something decent. That's the game plan. You know, it's not being scared of the what ifs and I don't know hows and the whatever and ask for help, because we'll figure that. Me and her are going to figure it out together. I'm not good with Facebook. I'm not good with that kind of stuff, and there's all these what ifs and I don't knows, and you know, but we got to say all that. So that's the game plan for today, is to put that trailer up for sale and try to get something, because you know, we might be able to double up what I've got squirreled away, and that would be a decent vehicle that can help us eventually travel again, you know, or work on the house, or just whatever the next right thing is, despite what I think it should be in any given moment. It's good to hear that you're doing good, MD. Anna and James. Hello, Scott. Hello, Anna. How are you all doing? I wonder at myself. How's everybody holding up out there? Been missing the morning chats. Glad you're back. I appreciate you, country. I was just saying that too, man. You know, it's this community that we've developed. There was some shame and regret in feeling like I've let it go. I'll be honest, and then once you let something go or feel like you've let it go, it's like there's a whole nother level on top of all this other shit that's been going on with me, and this stuff that I'm been refusing to face for a very long time. Yeah, but we got to break that mold. We got to break that barrier, and this is part of my medicine to get back on here and be with my turtle herd, to be with my friends and my brothers and sisters out there that truly appreciate me, and it's really good to see you guys all come in and express that. It's an amazing thing, and it's going to help me move forward great today. MD, hello. Oh, UK, that's right. Still some sunshine. That's awesome. That's right. You did tell me that. Cheers, James, mate. I appreciate that. Hugs and blessings to you all, Anna says. Anna, you are a sweetheart. She is a total sweetheart. Country, Mary, and Anna. Everybody's saying their hellos. Just woke, so I'm la 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 land. The caffeine's just starting to hit. My wife is 4'10". Girlfriend is 5'11". That's a big difference. Yeah, well, you got a mixed bag there. Of course, working today, so I have nothing better to do. And I just woke the time. Lady, hear my granddaughter scream with excitement when she sees me is the most wonderful feeling. She's super. That's amazing, Lady J. We appreciate you sharing that beautiful medicine. Family, again, family, whether it be biological or blood or whether it be what creators put in front of you. God, of your understanding, I know that as a fact. The chaos that I was born into was a horrific, traumatic thing. I didn't know what I wanted or where I was going, but with an open heart, I moved forward, and it gave me a family, a real family, my brothers and fathers, and I'm working on mending this thing I have with my biological family. But yeah, the excitement of seeing my little sister when we showed up at her work yesterday, and her giving me a hug, and everybody just, it's despite everything, that moment was beautiful. Always, lady, I just sound so cute. Lady J. It does, doesn't it? Sound so adorable, Lady J. We got grandkids are the best. Yeah, that's right. James is our coolest grandpa ever. I almost forgot. My daughter's now gonna go. Well, we appreciate you stopping in today, Lady J. I'm gonna make it a little bit more frequent. No promises, no expectations. Slow and steady on a daily basis. Like I said, I woke up with this vigor today about doing this first, and then I'm going to do my best to make some money, because I'm nowhere near where I need to be, but I'm not going to worry about it. If I make $50 today, whatever, I'm going to, it doesn't matter. $2 closer. This inspection is fucking whatever. In reality, until I get pulled over, and then I got 2 weeks till I got to go to court. So, with the opposite blinkers out, that's kind of up too, but whatever. We're rolling the dice here in the old Galactic Avenger. I'll be honest with you, we do have another option for the old Galactic Avenger. I go down to Georgia and just register it down there. There's no inspection needed. So if that worst case scenario, if I don't get to a place where I can get something decent, that's what I'll do. And then we'll truly drive it till the wheels fall off. Okay. Hey, brother, vibes of joy. It's good to hear you today. Hey, brother, long time no see, no speak. It's good to see you too. I hope you're still around. I hope I'm not too far behind. I'm trying to make sure everybody's heard this morning. It's again, something I lost track of before, that I want to make sure that we're all here speaking, communicating openly. Love you, ladies. Enjoy them moments. It sounds like a beautiful moment. Hello, vibes. If you could get with the terminal issue today, that would you do different? Wait, if you get diagnosed with a terminal issue today, what would you do different? Shit, that's the hell of a question there. And I guess it's part of what I've been thinking about too. I was at the buffet last night. I seen this dude, one arm, and he obviously got real up somehow, and I immediately felt grateful that this man pushed through, and and it made me realize what I had. But yes, if today was our last day, how would you want to live it? It could be the terminal illness too, man. It doesn't have to be a terminal illness. You get hit by a car tomorrow, man. You could, I don't know. Depending on how adventurous you are, all kinds of things can happen. A jet engine could fall out of the fucking sky and crush you, right? So like, you try to weigh ourselves to that more lighthearted, loving space because that's where I want to be. Um, but it's hard. It's hard if you're out there struggling. I know how hard it is, man. Don't. I'm not acting like I know any better. I'm just acting like I've been there and just recently, just yesterday. Uh, I'm trying to put these puzzle pieces together that I've found with you as a group, so that we can stay out of that dark place and really grow together. And I'm being open and honest. I think it's the best idea ever to go to therapy. I don't know. I think it's kind of a stupid idea, but I'm going to go because someone I love wants me to go. And do I like the idea of taking medication? Absolutely fucking not. When anxiety gets so fucking bad that every nerve in your body feels like it's going to explode and you just doom scroll with that poison in your hand. Um, this poison here, this medicine, this phone, this app, this thing, is a beautiful thing. It's medicine. But it easily becomes a poison when you get lost in it. And in that 30-second gratification, it locks me in. And I got to separate myself from that as well because it's become a poison. Or even the best medicines become a poison, especially when I'm in that place. I've barely been smoking cannabis lately because it's weighing me down and making me feel anxious and all these other things because my mind is not in the right place. At different times, different things need to be different amounts so they can still be medicine for us, is how I feel. If you were diagnosed, what I trying to explain was the soldiers we have from Nepal and the island of Fiji here in UK suffer a lot less. I learned it's been looking into the families is the only big difference. I'm not sure exactly what we're talking about because my brain's still kind of scrambled in general. How's everybody feeling? Vibes? I think we're doing all right today, and we've hit pay dirt. We're right there at the bottom, which is great because I told myself an hour today, and we're right there. So finish up this Snow Guru. Thank you, James. Thank you, brother. It means a lot to me to know that I'm not alone. What's the matter with your car? Anna says a little bit of everything. Power steering fluid. Now there's another blinker out, backed up into someone, plexiglass back window, and no door panel here. You know what I mean? So because I had to get the window to go up, the no passenger seat really isn't a problem because that's where my kitchenette goes when I travel. The sensor's on for the evap system, which is a complicated thing, something I know shit about, and it keeps going on and off, and we can't get Mickey Mouse stickers here in New York anymore because of the new qualifications of what it takes. So this thing ain't getting inspection, and my inspection's up at the end of the month. That's a short rundown of what's going on with it. There's probably more. I know it's the ground up there, maybe backing up into somebody back there is what the problem is. I don't know, Anna. There's a whole lot going on, but it's time to retire the old Galactic Avenger or drive her off into the sunset knowing she's not going to make it. And I like that second game plan, I think. That might even be the game plan if I find something, if I could find a van or something that we could, and travel eventually in that. I might just drive this out to California knowing it's not going to make it back. You go register it in Georgia. Fucking maybe. But I got to have some kind of backup because and I appreciate you, James. I appreciate you being here, brother. I'm really excited about coming to see you, hopefully, eventually, on my way out the next time. I'd really like to stop by, and just meet a friend that has been here, and the fact that you're still around through all this crazy shit, through the, I guess you guys, for me, it's been crazy lately. It's been a lot of pain and a lot of struggle, and you guys are all still here, and you all still seem to appreciate and care about what we're doing, and that means the world to me. It took a lot of years and diagnosis and get meds correct. Well, that just clipped out on us. I don't know how the feed's doing, but that just restarted. It was like 10 or 11. I refused to take medication for the longest time. early 20s. My brother turned me onto a medication that helped me out. It helped him out with the anxiety, and I got that for a while. Medication problems, whatever. That's what I'm taking now. I don't want to give out any recommendations because we're all different. But for me, this low-level nerve blocker helps with the anxiety. That's what I'm taking now once again, and I don't want to be on that. I don't want to be a bunch of other stuff because I mean you obviously know that the circle of this and that and could help and whatever else, and then this understanding of being on something forever. You know, I'm okay with taking the crutch once again in my life, and I'm at the point where I'm ready. I'm trying to be ready to truly face what's going on with me so that I can heal and grow and accept what is and allow my emotions to flow through me, because that's been part of it too. That whisper starts going up. I start feeling like I'm in pain and I start building the dam again. Start acting like I'm okay when I'm not. And then all of a sudden I'm definitely not. I remember the videos. I appreciate you. Fun times. How's the bunny Sky? He's a chunky little bastard as always, IFV. He's a little sweetheart. But it's on his terms. All that good stuff. But he's doing all right. He's living, surviving. He's got himself some carrots this morning. Bun's in good shape. If you guys want to see my chunky bunny, he's got his own playlist of shorts on my on the channel. And last night too, we went out to dinner. And I used $5 out of the fund in my Cash App, because all the money that's in the Cash App is just from donations here on the channel that before, and I used $5 out of that because it was the next right thing. And we gave our server $10, Scott something. He was a cool guy, but I just wanted to commend you all, who've helped in the past. Through donating through that Cash App that's in my description to help me do the next right thing, and that money's still there. I'm not using it for anything but getting out and doing this concept of the next right thing that we spoke of when it was donated, which is going to help Sally. Will be part of that when it happens. It's going to be there. Sally's not going anywhere, but I will get back to Sally soon enough. Kevin Johnson, it's good to see you. Yo, that dark place that we go, take everyone else from that place, because we know how to heal. We know what it feels like. Thank you, Kevin Johnson. Exactly. And that's where I'm at today there, Kevin. I hope you're still around, brother. I know we've fallen a little bit behind again. Hello. I'm going to try to speed through this. I like the slow down life. Teach you how to live, kid. Just gotta live long enough, quote. I like that too there, IFV. I need or I be in the hospital. And I'm glad that you found that medication for you. I'm glad that it works. I think that it's a combination of things as well, though, is where I'm at. And maybe for me, maybe that's wrong for you. Maybe just a medication will help. But I think true evaluation of why we're in so much fear and pain. I believe anxiety is a trauma response. Anxiety is a natural response for our bodies to try to survive. You've gone through something that triggers this response of fear. And now maybe some of it's biological through our chemistry, and maybe some of it's that nature versus nurture. Some of it's the nature of who we are and the nurture that we've gone through, or the lack thereof. But I think that there's a way to heal ourselves to the best of our ability. Misled Utopia, Rob, it's good to see you in this morning, man. We're talking positively today. I'm glad you called last night. That was another huge thing that really helped me to pull forward. I was at Nicole's house. My sister's there watching a movie and, spending some time. But I'd really like to chat with you here soon. I've been working hard on getting my head on straight. It's finally starting to pay off, I think, with the way that I feel today, despite what yesterday was. I got in a car accident yesterday, days before that, fighting with squirrels in the house, crawling on my leg while I'm sleeping and shit. I know we haven't had a chance to talk about all this stuff. That's kind of what I'm going over today, and this understanding that it's one step at a time, and there's pieces to this puzzle that come together so we can find a way to heal. And in the past, I've run from all this stuff, and that's what's healed me. That's why I felt so free. I don't want to run anymore. I want to move forward. I want to travel. I want to experience these things we experience by doing the next right thing and helping people and being passionate about that, and having the security inside myself that I'm good enough to do this thing that might not be the status quo. But also admitting that all that weight has been part of what's gone on. because I truly don't have faith in myself or love myself enough to accept that I could do such great things. And that's the open, honest reality of it. And I appreciate you guys being able to allow me to open myself up. I love you deeply, Misled Utopia. If you don't know who Misled Utopia is, you're fucking up. That's all there is to it. You got to check out their channel. Amazing music, compassionate, loving human being, my brother without a doubt. And you guys should all go check out Misled Utopia, because if you don't know who they are, you're fucking up. That's all there is to it. Will you have a fun time? And I'm looking forward to it, James. You know, it's funny. It's like when I'm not in my right mind, like I've thought a couple times, and like even that, like, meetings, I don't know. And fuck that, man. It's time to let go. It's time to turn the page. It's time to know that my brother James is out there looking forward to meeting me. You know, I'm looking forward to meeting you too, man, without expectations. I don't want nothing. I don't care about whatever. You know what I'm saying? Even if I got to go to the store and grill us up some burgers, man, and that's what we do, you know, that's good enough, man. Just sitting around shooting this shit like we do here. You know, you've become family, James, and I really appreciate it. I really do want to meet you, man. It's definitely on my goal to come see on the way to go see Misled Utopia and go see Sally here eventually, you know, and eventually. You know, rushing myself isn't the next right thing. And Rob, if you're out there listening, brother, you know, that's part of what's pushing me forward, is knowing that you're there, man. I really want to start squirreling away some money and come down and find a van down that way. Or maybe if I found one here to look at, maybe I'll get one before I come down and, you know, take a little break. I'm not sure what it's going to be. I'm letting go. I'm letting go to the best of my ability. And I'm trying once again to give the tools that I've found that I've neglected to use, so that we can be whole, so that we don't have to be stuck in that dark, broken place that we find ourselves stuck in. You're not alone. You're not alone. If you can't express yourself here, then call 988. There's lots of numbers, lots of people. I know it seems asinine. I know it seems like it doesn't make any sense and there's no point in it. But I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, I'm with you. I've felt that pain, that dark, broken abyss where there is no light, where there is no point, where every nerve in your body is going to explode and you're paralyzed. I've been there. I've been there yesterday, you know, and I've been there for 2 fucking months. And then it comes to a point where you got to say there's enough, but you got to start slowly pulling in these puzzle pieces. You know, you got to lean on someone you love. You got to express yourself. You got to hydrate. You got to take care of you. You know, you might not be able to I couldn't do what I'm doing right now yesterday or the day before or for the longest time. And that's okay. You know, and when you do find the ambition and strength, then fucking do it. You know, when you do find the ambition and strength to set down the phone for 5 minutes and live in reality and stop doom scrolling, do that. And when you do find the ambition to pick up the phone and call someone you love, do that. This is how we start. That's when you're at that. You want to be done digging that hole of pain and regret and grief and loss. Fucking set down the shovel. Even if you just stop digging, fuck everything else, fuck the water, fuck the calling friends, fuck the musical medicine, you know, and you just stop digging the hole of pain and regret. You know, I think just a few days ago, how I first started to find my way out of this hole is like every time I said something negative to myself, I told myself to fuck up. Everything's going to be fine. Everything's going to be okay. And I said it the fuck out loud like a psychopath. You know, but that's what helped me. Everything's fine. Everything's going to be okay, even if I truly didn't feel it. And in this moment, I can believe everything's going to be fine. It just took some time for all these things to come into place, and I had to have faith. Part of the thing I was thinking about yesterday was, you know, how do I find myself back to that place where I could just be in the flow and know that Creator's taking care of me, a God of your understanding's taking care of you. And then that it's all going to work out, and stop trying to control it and make it happen and worry if I don't do this, then this is going to happen. You have to just let go and let a God of your understanding carry you to where you're needed. Just do the next right thing. Just do whatever that is. So I got a pile of shit. The shower's broken, furnace is fucked up. I just backed up into someone yesterday. I got to wait for that phone call and see what that's going to cost me. I don't have the money to, you know, get another vehicle, but I'm scraping and scraping. I'm going to fucking spark drive and make shit cash. The car's about to be uninspected. It fucking squirrels attacking me in my sleep and shit. Like, you know, but fuck all that shit. All of it. The house is trashed and whatever, you know, all this stuff. Get all. You know, it's time to let go of all that and just go spark driving. You know, and then the game plan after that is to get with my sister and put this damn trailer on the thing and stop worrying, you know, on Facebook Marketplace, and stop worrying about, you know, I'm going to have to talk to these people and if they're going to give me and what it's worth. Well, you know what? Call that too. If no one wants it, then I tried. But it's, you know, like I already tried to put it on and I failed with a friend. I'm going to try again. Even if my sister can't get it on, I'm going to try, you know, and I implore you to do the same. Just one more time. Just one more time. Just get the fuck up and just try one more time. You know, I tried fixing the shower and it's still leaking, and I tried fixing the furnace and I got the pilot to light, but now it won't engage, and I don't know because I don't know shit about furnaces. Well, you know what? I have to try one more time. You know, today what I'm doing is I'm dropping all that shit and I'm doing what I can do. I'm getting out in this piece of shit car that I can't take a left in front of a cop because of the back blinker, and I can't take a right in front of a cop because of the front blinker, and without inspection and all this. I don't give a shit. I'm going to bring groceries where they need to go because that's what I can do. What are you gonna do? Pull me over and chop my feet off? You know what I'm saying? I got to do something. We got to start squirreling away, especially now. It's going to cost me, guys, a little scratch might cost me a couple $100. I don't know, you know. We are having the time. Yeah, we will have the time of our life. I kind of got into a little rant there, but I want to make sure we get through this before I let you guys go. Man, one of the hardest decisions was we should put the central heating and the price of fuel. The price of fuel is fucking nutbag. Traveling Scott, Mr. Plex, I'm sorry. I hope I didn't wait too long to say hi to you, brother. I hope you're still around. Yo, JJ, it's good to see you there, big dog. I checked out your YouTube channel last night, actually. I kind of looked at some of your videos. Anna, you have my family, little both sides. Yes, my family, a little both sides. Well, we're here for you. Bro, work hard. I'm getting out there today, and I'm working. This is work right now. Me working on truly evaluating me and having compassion for me and sharing some of these things that have helped to pull me out of this place so that we can weather the burden together. This is as much about me and taking care of me as it is about you, and that's the balance there. You know, that's the thing that I've lost in the past that has destroyed me, because it's got to be all about somebody else, right? It's got to be all about, it's the only way I can validate because I'm not good enough, you know, and that's something I'm getting over with your help. Hello, holy hell. Attacking squirrels. Yeah, crawling on my leg while I was sleeping, Miss Lady Ethiopia. Car accident. Woo. Yeah, it's been amazing, dude. Bumped into dude. He was a cool dude, though. You know, he's going to go get a quote, and if it's too much, then we're going to do the insurance thing. But with what happened with Mike, and that bullshit, I really don't want to deal with the insurance, and hopefully it'll be a couple $100. I miss you too, brother, and that's good to, it's good to hear that, you know, and if you do struggle with overthinking shit, you know, and then just because Misled Utopia is a reminder, I try to call him. He's got a life, you know what I'm saying? He's got shit going on. I didn't hear back from him right away, and I'm thinking, you know, he hates me and shit. That's ridiculous. Don't fall into that whisper. That's that whisper, you know? My brother loves me. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to be so goddamn codependent that if he doesn't answer in a day that I'm a piece of shit. Like, you know, and if you're out there and feel that way, just take it slow and steady, man. You know, don't fill in the blanks so much. Focus on what you can do right now. Email and folks' dad's home told us she knows my dad. Can't see nor do. Can't see nor do. I'm not sure what we're talking about, Anna. Oh, she did. Okay, you want her in just. She obviously did something. Maria, I am no fighter yet. This broad gets me ready. People have the tendency to. I don't like to fight either. But I pity the fool that pushes me over that edge. My psychotic shit. But yeah, no, fighting's not the way. You know, logical, compassionate understanding's the way. I've never hurt somebody and felt good about it long term. You know. Physically or emotionally. So it's all good, man. You can be here whenever. And I appreciate the open door, Misled Utopia. I'm going to take you up on, I think the game plan right now is to squirrel up some money and get something down there. You know, and bring down the old Dodge Avenger. And then, you know, whatever I get, maybe stash at your house and drive this off into the sunset till it shits the bed and find a way back to your house. So that I can give this thing a proper send-off, because I think that, you know, just sending it to junkyard here would be a shame. I want to drive every mile I can out of it, and we'll just see how it all plays out. No expectations, but that's kind of where I think I'm at with all that. Do you blame you, Anna? I feel the same way. It's hard not to blame ourselves. You have a spare bedroom. That's all. Duh, I don't have to sleep in the old Dodge Avenger. That would be awesome, brother, if you'd invite me into your home. But like I said, it's no expectations, man. I'll come chill with you for today and sleep at Walmart. Whatever it is, man. I'm excited to meet you. Last we know now. Least we know now. I had attacked squirrel. They had to chase away kittens the other day. Yeah, the squirrels are little bastards. Thank you, Anna. I'm doing my best, one thing at a time. We're slow and steady. Sally, good morning, Sally. I'm glad you could be with us today. It means the world to me. I'm doing my best here. About to wrap it up because I'm about 20 minutes over what I said I would do today. But I'm glad that I'm holding on, so I got to see you this morning. I love and appreciate you, and I'm doing my best here. I am here for the dog. We are in this together. The rest I try to let go, but it's hard. Yeah, I'm with you, IFE. Letting go is a pain in the ass, and it doesn't happen all at once. One thing at a time. 33 years in jail is depressing as fuck, but there's other things to think about. Thank you, Sally. And I understand. You're stuck in that place, too. You're stuck in that place, in that prison, just as much as the person you care for. I could only imagine. And I appreciate you expressing that, Sally. We're not doing too much commemoration, but Sally, you deserve a spot right here on the visor because you're absolutely amazing, expressing yourself, being an amazing human being. Thank you, Sally, for everything you do, for everything you are for me, and for being a positive, loving part of this turtle herd. You're truly appreciated, and we're with you, Sally. One step at a time. Your guidance and love has helped me to understand it's time to let go, and that I'm not alone in this, and I appreciate you very much. We will weather it together, Anna. Sally, you have to know someone that you've helped might help fix your furnace. Take your own advice. Yeah, I'm reaching out. If anybody out there knows about furnaces in Central New York, I've got it looks like a fireplace that runs off gas, but it doesn't equally warm the house. I'm sorry, bro. I've been crazy busy. Said projects, kiddo. No, yeah, don't be sorry, Miss Legitobi. That was part of it. I was just trying to express fully to the people I care for and to you what I do and who I am, and how I'm fighting against that with open, honest communication. It's not a you thing. That's a me thing. That's a thing that I have to wear. I'm sorry for immediately going to that. It's not your responsibility, man. You know, and it's okay that you have a life, brother. And it's helping me to realize that I don't need to be that I don't need to automatically have to fill in the blanks because I'm a piece of shit, because that's what the whisper does. That's how it gains control over me. Anna, my dad's selling home in neighborhood trying to take my home. That's fucking crazy, Anna, and I apologize. I know you've had a lot going on, and we're here with you with the Medicaid issue and this issue. That's fucking crazy, and I'm sorry to hear that. I love and appreciate you, though. Don't fill in the blanks so much. I keep that one in the barrel. Thanks. Yeah, don't fill in the blanks. Stop thinking for other human beings. You know, that's where a lot of my pain comes from. This might be that, or they're thinking this, or they're whatever. And sometimes, you know, it comes back to bite you in the ass if you don't. But you can't live in all those splits in the river all at once, man. When you're worried about he said, she said, what they're thinking and whatever, then you're living in dual realities. You got to live in one reality in this moment. Every time that we do this shit to ourselves, we're living in all these possibilities all at once, and that's tormenting, you know, for anybody. We're human beings. We're meant to live in this moment. We're meant to live in one reality at a time. Sally, hey, my darling son. I know she's talking about me. She's talking about Rob. Park it at the compound. Yeah, if that's cool. I'm just shooting ideas out there of what might be, you know, and kind of get excited about what I could do here eventually. And what the Scott W wanted to stop, say hello, and chat. Great to see you. Love and respect, Turtle Herd. Thank you, Scott W, and a special thank you to you, Dave, brother. I checked out your YouTube channel, man, and the fact that you're pushing forward. Check out Scott W's YouTube channel. He's doing a little bit of advice on working out and motivation, some supplement advice, some red light therapy stuff I thought was really cool in his shorts that he just started. It's a relatively new channel, obviously, because he just started doing this thing. But Scott W., I think it's great, man. I think it's great that you're expressing yourself. And to be honest with you, that was another piece of the puzzle last night. And so we're talking today is taking all these pieces of the puzzle and putting them together to find ourselves in a stable place. And watching your channel last night through and through really did. It was another piece of that puzzle. Knowing that that this person I care for is pushing forward through the pain and struggle and doing this thing, trying to spread light into the world, spreading light into the world. Trying, man, you are. It lightened my world last night to watch your YouTube channel, man, and I'm excited to see what comes into the future. And now that you're doing it, maybe we could bounce strategies off each other and different things we can do and videos we can make. Maybe, that's part of the reason I lost passion in doing this is me and Rob doing it together. Maybe I need people that are into it with me so that we can start, and look at the world, man. I like making my shorts with 500 views and doing these with a couple hundred, whatever, despite the fact of what it used to be, right? We got 25,000 views one time, like zippy doo-dah. I guess we blacked out there for a minute. But yeah, there's our sign, and to let go of that past, because that was part of it too. Part of it too was like, it went downhill as my motivation and my inspiration went downhill. And it doesn't matter. It wasn't going downhill. We were all still here together. What am I thinking? That was just another thing on this mountain of shit that I allowed to destroy me and didn't focus on the moment. And that's what we're working on today, is getting back to that place. And Scott W., I just wanted to really reach out and give you a special thank you for who you are, brother. For talking to me and, at the times we've talked, for giving me the space I need when I needed it, despite... what might have been best. Here's the thing. I've been told that crows are like really good friends. That if you feed them, I just gave them some peanuts, there you go, that they'll remember you. No, eat that shit. Now you can make friends with crows, is what I was told. I just threw some peanuts out there. He's got one in his mouth. That's for you, big dog. My friend the crow. Oh, look, there's two of them. That could be Rick. Oh, shit, I threw him right in the way of the cars. That's not what I meant to do. All right, well, maybe we'll work on a friendship with the crows. That's probably a good idea. I'm going to get out there and put some peanuts over there by the fence before we go. Because I guess they're really smart if you really, friend them up. I tried to friend up, there was, a herd of them in Florida I tried to friend up. But there's, 3 of them here right now eating my peanuts. Look at them. They're right there. My boys, the crows. Oh, come on, bastard. Do it. Oh, the button won't work. Let's see. Larry, Curly, and Mo, the crows. Where's the other one go? He's over there? There he is, you bastard. There we go. My boys, Larry, Curly, and Mo. We'll leave them a pile of seeds over there. And, yeah, maybe we can make friends with the crows. I heard that, they'll bring you shit. That guy, they bring him cash and stuff. Whatever. They can get him to bring me trinkets and stuff. That'd be cool. I've heard cool things about befriending crows. Anyway, way off track. Appreciate you, Scott W. And now let's get down here to the bottom. Much love, respect to everyone. I used to do HVAC. I could help you. Thank you, Scott W. Yeah, please, man. I got the pilot to light. I couldn't find a furnace that looked anything like mine. But maybe we could chat sometime, when you get out of work later on or something. Thank you, brother. I went and watched a bunch of YouTube channels till my brain hurt, and then I tried taking it apart, and I got the pilot to light. It won't engage, but it would be nice to chat with someone, maybe help walk me through it. Thank you. Yeah. Sally, you checked out Scott W's channel? He's got a pretty awesome channel. It's a start, for sure. And that's where we start slow and steady. I'm here for you, Anna. Love. Thank you, son named UMD. We love you deeply. All you guys. Scott W. Mir, Sally, hey, prayers, hugs, exchange. I don't want to skip any full of the blanks. It's not reality. Yes, thank you, IFE. Filling in the blanks is not reality. Scott W. Appreciate that, Scott. I just got lonely and figured I'd try it. I'm struggling. Well, I'm here with you, brother. I'm here. Take all of this to heart then, man, because I've been fucking struggling, dude. And I've wanted to call you, and I've wanted to reach out to MD, and I've wanted to reach out to Crank, and I've wanted to call all these people, and I fucking don't. You know, you you inspire me to take care of myself, bro. And at least you're doing that. You know, I need to start simple and just start hydrating. And I'm making serious threats about starting to go to the gym as part of my morning routine because you've inspired me. You know, and maybe we could chat a little bit about that too. It took a lot of things, a lot of pieces of the puzzle to get me from where I was yesterday and where I've been for the last. The crow just came over here. Where I've been the last couple months, man. You know, on and off and up and down. I appreciate you being there for me, bro. It's meant a lot. Our conversations. You know, and I know you're, you know, I know you're struggling too, man. It's hard to know what to say at any given time. It's hard to be that person, right? We're gonna weather the burden together, Scott W. I appreciate you being open and honest about that, bro. It's what we're working on today. Is the struggle, man. Turning the page, being in this moment. Sounds good. I appreciate you, Scott W. We're here for you, Scott W. You there, bringing back gifts. There was one right over here. Did he drop something? He looked like he like came over here and like looked at me and then flew away. I don't think it's that easy. They bring back gifts. They clean up all the peanuts I threw over there for sure. I saw a little girl had 100% shitty things. Crows are one of the smartest birds on the planet. Well, hopefully we can make some friends with these crows. Got to be. I don't know what I'm doing on YouTube, especially your channel's starting off great. How about that? I know no one tells you, and there's no one to communicate with. It's not like getting a job and figuring out if you're doing good. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Like, I feel like I suck at it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I don't, you know, like I don't know how to make good long forms, and are my videos good enough because they only get 500 views? Like, the biggest part of it has been this, you know. I don't know. If you think my shit's all right, we could work on a strategy together. I could show you what Rob's shown me and what I've learned about whatever, and maybe we can figure it out together, man, because I don't know much. James, my French bulldog, and other hand, is the dumbest thing on the planet. I can't wait to meet him and give him a little headbutt. Sounds like a sweet little French bulldog you got there, James. Hello. My redback, diddly do, Jamie Doodle. I'm sorry, I'm kind of. Oh, we're at the bottom. There we go. Okay. Ridgeback. I love those dogs. She is the sweetest. Oh, Scott W. Before we go, man, I did a little fender bender backing up into someone yesterday. The left blinker back there was working fine. And then like last night it just stopped working. Like the brake lights, the running lights, brake lights, everything else still works, but the blinker won't work. Is that a bulb thing, or is that like I put up some wiring thing in there? It just the thought, you know what I'm saying? Brother, you're welcome to come up and visit, man. That would be absolutely amazing if you have the time and you can work and whatever else. And I want to come visit you too, man. I gotta, you know, I've been thinking about that even. Like, dude, like just kind of getting away for a couple days, driving to Ohio, chilling with you for a couple days. Cause I could spark drive there. You know, if I can make enough money spark driving there to get there and back, you know, chill for a couple days, that might be a good idea. Get me out for a while. And at least put one little last hurrah on the Galactic Avenger. But I gotta pay this dude off and wait for him to call me, and hopefully it's something I can afford for the fender bender. And then, you know, we'll figure that out, brother. We got to chat about it, man. I'd love. It's a ground wire or a bulb. I appreciate that. I'm gonna check the bulb. But so here's the thing: could it be the bulb, even though the running light's working? Is that a different bulb? Like, and I just find it weird that like I bumped that dude, and then later on that night it stops working because now the front right one doesn't work and the back left one doesn't work. So I got to be real careful about where cops are and what blinkers I use, you know, because I don't need to get pulled over for that shit and deal with a bunch of bullshit. Take the bulb out, wipe them off, and apply some grease, a small amount. I'll try that. 2 months cigarette free. You're awesome, Scott W. I appreciate sharing that, brother. I'm still working on it. I mean, like I said, I'm honest. I've been pushing forward, smoking too much. But yes, congratulations, Scott. And congratulations. We all love and support you, Scott W. And I really, you know, here's the thing. Scott W gets a spot on the ceiling today. And so does Anna. She expressed herself openly. Let's give Anna a spot right here on the visor. And, oh, this is NNA. I'm an idiot. Anna and Scott W. These are your spots for being open and honest with us today. in a really true, compassionate way. You know, and then MD deserves a spot on there too. And since we're at it, Misled Utopia and his beautiful bullshit definitely deserves a spot on the visor. I appreciate everybody sharing today. Appreciate everybody coming in. Appreciate all the love. JJ, since you haven't been here in a while, and I'm glad that you're here. There we go. Put JJ up there. Very cool. Turtle Crew. IFV, for always being around, for always showing compassion, love, and respect, brother. You know what I'm saying? We'll get you up on the old visor as well. How do I get on Scott W? You want to get on Scott? I don't. Scott W. Whisper sweet nothings into his ear. That's how you get on. Scott W. I love to support all the turtles. Fuck yeah, dude. We love you, man. Rare occasion, bladder will go out and tell you there's another problem. Okay. On a rare occasion, the blinker will go out and tell you there's another problem. Dude, there's a million problems with this shit, James. James, thanks for your advice. And I want to put you on the visor too, brother. Not just for always being there, but for being... that ain't going to work. We'll put you here. But for being really open and honest today, man. You know, about the counseling conversations. And, you know, it doesn't have to be magic. It didn't help you, but that helps me to understand. It gives me another point of view, brother, and I really appreciate that. You know, and how it kept you out of prison at least. You know, and I'm really proud of you because it's hard for us as men to express ourselves, man. And the fact that you did so with somebody, you must have really expressed yourself if you put that dude in shock. And that dude cares if he has any answers for you, man. I'm proud of you again. You know, because I know how hard that can be. How I get on Scott W. There we did it. Hey, man. Corey, how you doing there, brother? It's good to see you. James, yeah, I can be definitely a bulb. I'm going to check that out. I probably should do that first before I drive around, huh? 7 pounds of weed in my backyard. Sweet. I just helped a buddy of mine harvest a 13-foot tall sweet cheese plant. He's doing pretty damn good with that stuff. His channel. Oh, how do you get on his channel? It's Scott W. You should put in Scott W, Anna. Sorry, I'm not good with things. Sally, brain injured. My brain's injured. I've damaged my brain as well. And I'm sure you mean in a different way. But yeah, brain no work, no good sometimes. We actually got a state trooper just pulled into Duncan. So we're going to wait for him to wing his way through. I guess I'm going to hang out for a few more minutes. Because, yeah, I don't need to be pulling out with this guy behind me because I got to take a left. And he ain't going to like that when my blinker don't work. So we're going to wait a little while and let him pass. Give you guys a few more minutes to chat. Sweet cheese. Yeah, it's a really good sativa dominant hybrid. Again, like I can only smoke sativas or really, really dominant. You know, obviously nothing's pure indica, pure sativa. You know, and I've really been smoking much at all lately, but I'll have some of that sweet cheese if you come visit or if I come down there. It's one of my favorite medicines. James, if you ever run across, I know you run across a lot of different stuff. If you ever run across sage and sour, man, I would fucking, that is the most amazing medicine I've ever had. It's got a high CBG content, which is the energizing cannabinoid. Not a very high THC content in comparison to what people consider highly. I think it was like 15% or 17% or something. But I got it up north a while back, and that was my absolute amazing medicine. That was the best medicine I think I've ever had was the sage and sour. The sweet cheese is pretty damn good, and I recommend trying that out. I guess cheeses are usually like hybrid right in the middle or more towards indica, but this particular brand of sweet cheese is a sativa dominant. Ford, holy shit, yeah. So we did that sweet cheese. There was a couple other ones that he's got that in this out yard garden. My buddy's doing really good. He's got he gets these giant plants, but he just harvested. I help him kind of throughout the year, moving them around and this and that, and I help him trim up because I got Edwards. He goes me Edward scissor hands because I mean it's something with the ADD. It keeps my hands. I like it. I like trimming. Just sitting there shooting the shits with buddies, you know, and just trim, you know. It's funny. He actually just sat there and watched this while me and a couple friends did it all. But that's cool. It's his, and then he hooked me up beyond belief. So, what am I to say? But that's awesome, Scott W. I'm glad you were able to be a part of that, man. It's a cool thing to be involved in that part of the medicine and learn about, how to cure and how to dry and how to trim and tend to, and it's a beautiful medicine. And tell me down, so I guess it worked. Talked me down. See, James, there you go, brother. And then this is therapy too. Who the hell say that therapy don't, therapy obviously works. You're here, brother. We're therapizing each other, if that's a word. I'll wait for this damn state trooper to leave. I am not getting around with his ass rolling around here. I'll sit right here and smoke another stove. It's a long line though. I don't know how long. It can't be here too long. We're gonna keep an eye in the back window for him. So when he leaves, I give him a couple minutes, and then I'll get out of here and go make some money. Actually, I'll probably go to North Syracuse and go right to Advanced and check the bulb right in the parking lot on my way to Walmart. That's what I'll do, and I'm not gonna be too much focused on making money today because I can't spend the whole day, but I'll make what I can make before I go to my sister's, put that trailer on. Wish me luck with selling that trailer. I figure I'm gonna put 3,500 or best offer on that trailer. There's quite a few issues with it, and I don't know if you guys know about titles, but the title is considered a 2020 homemade, and I don't think it's a 2020. I think they just in 2020 they considered it a homemade because they maybe how they put it together. I don't know, a lot of bullshit, but I think that's what I'm going to ask. That's what I'm going to ask. Okay. I'm an indica. Where? LOL. You like indicas there, Scott W? No, we did. We did this. It's already dried. We trimmed. So he dry trims or whatever. He like hangs everything, and then we trim afterwards. And this was like we trimmed last week or two, but he we harvested like a couple weeks before that or a week before that, and then he lets it dry with the trim on it. I don't know I prefer to dry or trim when it's wet. Well, yeah, this is definitely past time to fucking. If you haven't harvested yet and it's outside, fucking, you better harvest that shit. At least anywhere we're at. Hugging Angels, Anna. The fuck is this cop still here? Oh, there he goes. Wait, is that him? Fucker. Maybe I missed him. I'll give it a few more minutes. I'm definitely not trying to fucking pull out of here in front of a state trooper with my lights all fucked up. BMW, BMV, or trail title, Sally, DMV. Yeah, it's called HUM. When I went there, they said it was considered a homemade trailer. But if you look at my shorts, you can see the trailer. That thing is not homemade. Maybe it's considered homemade because they turned an enclosed trailer into a food trailer, and that's when they had to reclassify it. I'm not sure. I was trying to in the UK, and I clicked with other meds. Was trying to get prescription in the UK, but if it's fixed with other meds, it's no good. It's a no-go. So if you have anxiety, I don't really like to recommend, but maybe try gabapentin if that doesn't conflict with your shit. I know that it's kind of got a little wobble to it when you first get on it. For me, it kind of, it's a nerve blocker. And for me, with the anxiety, that nerve blocker helps to stop the spiral of out of control bullshit, so I can use that as part of the puzzle piece. CBD gummies from Arizona. I got some CBD gummies here as well. I also use those, and those help me through most of the time. My favorite is the Just CBD gummies. I highly recommend CBD. That doesn't conflict with anything else. If you have to take a drug test, you might not want to take CBD. Did anybody see that cop? Oh, you guys can't see back there. Fucking window. That's why I got in the accident yesterday, because the window looks like that with the sun shining through it. Got a little bit more time, and then I don't look at. I said I was gonna get out of here an hour. It's like an hour 45 now. But I'm enjoying our time together in this moment. You've been trying to trim what it's like to trim in the. I like, yeah, dude, dry, like taking off all the big stuff while it's still up, I think is a great idea. Where my buddies at, the mosquitoes were absolutely nuts. So he just took the long stalks out, chilled in his camper, trimmy. He actually hung them in the camper, and then we went back and we trimmed everything up in the camper and chilled when it was dry. I don't like the dry trim because everything kind of like curls in and it doesn't fall off. He says that he likes it better because it like slows down the drying process and helps it cure better while it's drying or some shit. I'd rather just trim it all up when it's wet and then hang it. And then, you know, I don't know. But I don't know too much about all that shit. I have a legal grow in the middle of Missouri with 6. Holy shit. Yeah, I'd love to see that if that's cool, James. I mean, no expectations. I know it's your shit, dude, but holy fuck, I'd like to see that. So by doing it dry like that, right, it all curls on itself, and then you trip off the dry shit, and that pulls the you know what I'm saying? Yeah, right? The trichomes that way, I would think. But here's the thing, a lot of medical now, they tumble, right? A lot of stuff you get in dispensaries. James, maybe you'd know that. Do you tumble your herb first? I've heard a lot of places do this. They tumble it, and they take the keef, and they do other shit with it, and then they sell the tumbled weed. So it's like, how can you be concerned about the trichomes if the weed's tumbled, all the fucking, you know? I mean, it's still good, right? But it's like, it could, you know, it's been kind of keefed. The CBD pens are absolutely amazing. I had a 50-50. If you could find a place, if you're struggling with anxiety too, and then like the herb's not really helping, try a 50-50 pen, right? Like a 50-50 CBD, THC. Those are really good medicine. Or the 50-in-1. They have like a 50-in-1 that has just a little bit of CBD, a little THC in it. These are absolutely, no, that's just CBD. I get my THC through cannabis. Like I said, and I've barely been smoking lately. I've been, you know, taking a couple hits at night, you know, because, you know, I've got to get motivated and moving, and it's not helping with the mindset that I've been in. And we got to be mindful of when medicine is medicine and when it becomes poison for us on an individual basis, man. Just because something's medicine right now doesn't mean it'll be medicine tomorrow, and doesn't mean that, you know, it's like one shot might be medicine, but 15 is definitely not medicine. You know, whiskey. Yes, I am. That's pretty awesome, James. Like I said, dude, and since you're in that industry, if you ever find sweet or sage and sour, man, even some seeds, bro, my buddy would grow them for me. I've never found that. He goes through a bunch of Atlantic Seed Company, I think, is where he goes for his. And we can't find them through there. He's tried to find seeds, the sage and sour, and he's never found them through the different places. And you know, gabapentin saved my face from pain. It's the gabapentin is helping me with the nerves immensely, and I got to stay on that too. You know, at this point in my life, I guess I got to keep on it for a while, because I was even struggling with that, trying to take it minimally, and that shit ain't working. So yeah, that was part of my struggle lately, back and forth and up and down. Take the medicine standardly for a while. I'm promising you and myself right now, when it comes time to level up, and I'm not doing it. I'm gonna find some kind of natural thing. I'm not going above the milligrammage I'm on, the basic starting milligrams. I'm not going to get to the point where I'm taking a ridiculous amount of milligrams every day, and then imagine getting off that plus the anxiety. I'm using it as the crutch. It will not become my existence. I promise you and myself that. That's why I'm taking it right now. Just stay all day. I wish I could, man. I can't afford to do so. You know, it sounds kind of tough, but if you guys want to pay me to hang out, like, I'll hang out. But like, I gotta go make this money, man. I fucking would. You know, if I could sit here and make 15, 20 bucks an hour just shooting the shit, that'd be awesome. But you know, I can go make 10 to 15 to maybe 20 bucks an hour. You know, with everything going on and needing to pull, you know, it's a money thing, and that sucks, because I would just shoot the shit with you guys. I feel great being here. I appreciate being here with you guys today. It's just everything's time versus money, and even though it's shit money I'm going to make, I need to start generating money again in a standard way, so I can get myself out of this hole and I can get back on the road. I will tell you one thing. I'll smoke this cigarette with you. I know I keep pushing off the deadline to be getting out of here, but I gotta. Mold is the devil, James. Yeah, we just dealt with a bunch of that. So my buddy was saying he's going to take the moldy shit, and you can make like oils and shit with it. You could still distill it and like use the moldy shit for extracts and stuff. I don't know if he's full of shit or not. I don't know what your thoughts on that are. But that's what his plan is with some moldy shit that because he had a batch. It wasn't as bad as last year because he learned we aerated this year these big plants. Last year we didn't aerate them. He didn't even lollipop these huge plants. This year we lollipopped them, and then he aerated right before they went into bud, and then like halfway through bud we kind of went in there and got some of the bigger leaves off and aerated, so that helped with the airflow, so there wasn't nearly as much mold this year. Feeling good today. Crumbs, Madison Crumb. Good to see. I'm glad you're feeling good today, brother. I'm feeling good today too. It's a blessing to be here with you today, Madison. Mason. Jesus Christ. Like an idiot. Me. No, I'm not an idiot. Getting sheet-faced on rum. You a fucking pirate now, MD? Arr, matey. You fucking sheet-faced on the rum, she says. Fucking make you walk the plank. You better be good to yourself or I'll give you scurvy. I'll be honest with you, man. In the sunshine on the beach, a nice, like, frosty, fruity rum drink. I know it might sound kind of cheesy, and I don't care what it sounds like. Give me, like, a bunch of strawberries and ice and rum, and let me sit on my ass on a beach somewhere and watch the sun go down with dolphins in the horizon, and I'm the happiest asshole ever. Welcome, Mason. We appreciate you, brother. Are you part of the turtle herd, brother? Yeah, I think you are, right? We've seen you around. Subscribe. If not, feel free to subscribe. I got to get the fuck out of here. I got to do. Let me catch up one more time. Yeah, you're right. Okay, so that's it. He's right with that. Yeah, I'd love to, James. I'd really love to experience some of the industry and learn more about that. If that's possible when we hang out. No expectations, man. If I could help in any way or be involved in any way, if you could use my help, and help me learn a little bit more about, cannabis and the production of it, that would be a beautiful gift, man. And I'd really appreciate that with no expectations, man. I've really been, I've learned quite a bit, I feel like, from this journey with my friend, Anna. I'd love to, Anna. I wish I could. I gotta go make money. I gotta get out of this car. I've got to get into something more realistic. Like I said, like I'm cranking up the I don't give a real high right now. So, and just driving this piece of shit, because that's all I can do today to make any money. Put everything else aside because it's all about money right now, and that sucks. But it's got to be because I need to get out of this hole, and part of getting out of this hole is getting into a better vehicle, and so I can start doing the next right thing. Good flower buds. Yeah, so, and that's the thing too, like the indoor, I grew some indoor sweet cheese. Fucking amazing, dude. And now the outdoor stuff is really good, but it's not what I grew myself. So here's the thing too with those Gabbies, bro, and that, in the low doses, like I feel that too. That's part of why, like this, my drive has been diminished a bit, but that's not necessarily bad. I'm not really using it right now. Maybe I shouldn't be using it right now too, right? Like even if the opportunity arises and it doesn't completely shut me off, you know what I'm saying? To be honest with you, as a man, we gotta, take care of ourselves so we don't do stupid shit. And that urge hasn't been there as much, and that kind of freaked me out a bit, but it doesn't need to be there as much right now. You know what I'm saying? But it's still there and it still works, brother. That's another reason I don't want to be taking 1,800 milligrams a day. That. And if you're truly experiencing GABA, and you don't have to be on this forever, bro. If you want to try this medicine, and understand that it kind of numbs. Now, I've heard people say that they take it to perform better because it kind of like, doesn't make you so excited. And I have to say, dude, when I was on it before, it wasn't, I was with somebody and it didn't, crush that. And I tend to be really whatever anyway, so maybe that kind of would help. What I'm saying? I think it's different for different people when it comes to that medicine too, man. Like I wouldn't worry about it completely crushing your drive for intimacy, and if it does, fuck it, and it scares you, that's kind of why I stopped taking, because at first it was like too much and my body was getting used to it and I was like not at all interested, and like it freaked me out, like But I'm getting used to it a little bit and taking it standardly for a while. It's not that big of a deal. And I admit that my drive for intimacy has gone down, but I ain't being intimate with anybody. And I got to worry, maybe that's a good thing to not worry about that for a while, because I shouldn't involve. That's just complications, man. I got to heal myself for now. So, and again, like with the therapy thing too, brother, how do we know unless we experience it? If you want to give it a whirl because you're feeling tense and anxious and you need to set yourself free from that, and you think that taking it for a while might help, maybe it's something to consider and see how it reacts with you. Like you said, there's no need to perform right now, right? Anyway, so it's like maybe now's a good time to try it to see if it completely crushes that, or maybe slows down your intimacy ambitions, or it might be a good time to try it, and just see how it works for you. Because once if it does crush your drive completely, then stop taking it if it freaks you out. Because it hasn't crushed my drive completely, but it did diminish it a bit. But it's not like I'm seeing anybody either. You know what I'm saying? It's not like there's any expectations of performance. And like I said, too, like I've heard people be like, that shit makes you go. You know what I'm saying? If you, in minimal doses. So, it just all depends on the person, right? Because your buddy said it stops it completely and he has no drive for intimacy. And like I said, I've talked to people that are like, yeah, I love taking that and then going at it because it makes it last and shit. I've had people say this. If you can't tap the screen, shit. Yeah, double tap that screen, your thumbs won't fall off. I almost guarantee you. And if they do, send me a strongly lettered email and I'll send it to the editor. We'll figure it out. Scott W says you can't use moldy anything. Isn't it James just said you could use it to make edibles and shit? Like I said, you could use it to make like extracts and shit. Because like the process of extracting the THC from it like filters and kills all the mold and mildew, and you just pull out the THC is what I was told. I wouldn't. I think that's what they do though for a lot, like in these big industries too, man. I think that's what they do. Thanks, brother. Appreciate you. Bad seeds from Bradley's seeds. Brandy's seeds. Okay. What do you think about, what was it? I just said the fucking name. I don't know. My buddy uses a seed company there he really likes. Craig, there he is. Now I can hang out longer. You got 3 minutes with me, Craig. I said 1 hour today, and now it's 2, and I really got to get out there and make some money, brother. I really do got to praise everybody who has donated in the past, that money, again, I still have $130 in that account, minus the $5 that I used for a tip for yesterday that I assumed everybody'd be fine with because Scott was a great server and he deserved that $5. And that was the first next right thing to do in a while. But yeah, where the hell did I get it? Yeah, just thinking about that, being appreciative for everybody who's thrown a couple bucks into that, through my Cash App. I was actually feeling bad the week or so we're not on here. Very strange. Well, James, I'm glad that we can come together again, brother. I'm feeling great right now, and even better than I was, feeling this morning. I'm feeling invigorated and alive, and my pocket's cranked way up. You guys have helped me have the confidence to say all this shit doesn't matter. I got to do me, right? All this shit doesn't matter. The lights, the inspection, all this shit. Fuck it. The best thing I can do is drive, then drive, and go make whatever I can make today. And stop being nervous about like putting stuff online and talking to people and selling that trailer. That's step one. That's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to go make a couple dollars spark driving. I'm going to make sure I put that trailer on the thing, and that's good enough for today. Everything else can wait till tomorrow, despite, and I'll get there eventually. I've been squirreling. I've been living minimally, and I haven't bought myself a cup of coffee in a long time. But I was like, you know what? I want to sit with you guys, and I want to respect Duncan by purchasing something. Oh no, I can't deal with bugs. Okay, I was actually feeling bad. Well, I'm glad, James, I'm glad you're expressing yourself, and I'm glad that you're feeling better. I hope that this is helping you feel better, man. Being here with you is helping me feel better, brother. Those numbers up there. Everybody else in the world, we got our turtle herd, right? Buffing that vape. The Galactic Avenger is a blessing. Doesn't owe me shit. This thing I paid $1,800 for, and I've driven it to Key West. I've driven it to Georgia multiple times. We went on this last adventure together. I've got videos of most of my adventures before that. After the first couple, I started videoing them. And maybe I can go through those and see if I can find some stuff eventually. That's just overwhelming too, right? I don't know what I'm doing. And all this shit. But there's a lot of cool Galactic Avenger adventures I've got videos of, besides the ones that, this last couple that we went on together with it. Want my Meath? What's a Meath? Am I missaying that, James? 1,200 miles? 100,000? 12,000 miles? Oh, Miata. There it is. Dude, I ain't gonna be able to afford nothing like that, man. I'm looking at something, hopefully, if I sell this trailer, I'm looking for something for like $3 to $5 grand, depending on if I can get the $3 grand for the trailer. I'm hoping that, that's gonna be my goal, because I ain't got shit. I'm fucking trying here, man. I seen a van on the way here I want to call on and see what they want for it. It's an 09 like work van, and it looked like there's a little bit of rust on it. Says it runs great. They're probably gonna want $4 or $5 grand for it, but that might be the ticket there, man. Be a little bit more expensive to DoorDash and Spark Drive, but that was the thing with the ambulance, man. Like, that's ridiculous right now. I need to, and maybe if I can figure out another way to generate money, either the Next Right Thing or some online kind of way to generate money, I got to be open to that and stop being freaking weird about being scared of doing something. Sarah, unfortunately, I have to be on the psycho meds of life because I am a basketball case. Well, Sarah, me too. I don't know what the fuck to say. For me, I've taken these meds in the past. I don't want to take a barrage of medications. I've taken the meds I'm on in the past that have helped me, and then I've taken them minimally and weaned myself off before I've had to even up the dose. And that's the game plan this time. My sister's adamant that maybe I should be open to trying other medications and knowing that I'm getting older. But I think that through open, honest communication, there's some healing that can happen there for me. And I'm a basket case too, Sarah. Don't worry about it. If you're part of this turtle herd, you are part of this turtle herd, and we appreciate having you. We can weather the burden together by being open and honest about these things. James, why is everyone having crazy dreams? I've been having, now, like, excuse me, at least these dreams have been like positive crazy. They were rough for a while. That's the other thing too. As I'm pulling shit together, my dreams are still, the gabapentin seems to make them pretty vivid, but it doesn't make them bad for me. That helps to, because they've been better. I'm sorry to hear that, Sarah. My thoughts and prayers are with you. We are with you, Sarah. We appreciate you being open and honest. I have yet more. I'm reminding you, think of full moon was. There was that full moon. There was that full moon recently, Sarah. It is a tool that helps you do. Yes, and I'm glad that you're expressing yourself, and I'm glad you found the proper tool, Sarah. And I'm glad you're here being open and honest. Glad you're hugs and prayers and love, Sarah. We're loving you. I do not understand blue cheese. What? You don't understand blue cheese? Like the herb or like the cheese? It's moldy cheese. If you're talking about the... And you don't need to understand it to love it. I never used molded anything. Yeah, so I mean, neither. I don't know. My buddy's just ended up with a bunch of it last year and tossed it. He had some this year, and he was doing some research, and he's really into doing the research of what is possible. And he said that he's going to give it a whirl to see what happens, because I guess you can extract the cannabinoids without extracting any mold issues. We're here for you, Sarah. It's like, who thought? Oh yeah, I just eat that moldy cheese. They have cheese that maggots eat through. It's like a delicacy. Yeah, people are fucked up. Moldy cheese isn't the most fucked up thing. Not even the most fucked up cheese. Helps me dreaming. That big help. 5 hours sleep is necessary. Sleep is. Yeah, I think so too. I think cannabis does help me with it, but the only cannabis that helps gives me energy. So it's like I can't smoke before I go to sleep anyway. Blue cheese is disgusting. Sarah, I love you deeply, but you are broken completely. And your thoughts on blue cheese are yours, and I appreciate that. But for my taste, you're wrong. I love me some blue cheese. You get a big fat burger and a nice fat onion ring that fits right on top of that burger, and you fill that onion ring with blue cheese and melt Swiss over the top, maybe some bakey in there. That shit is bomb dizzle. a small amount. She says, I puff it all. See, Anna says she's down for all of the cannabis. The FDA can't test for mold spores. So here's the thing, James. Do the mold spores transfer into this if you use moldy cannabis? Because I was told that the process eliminates that and just pulls the cannabis. I thought that was one of our crow buddies hawking at us. I appreciate your open, honest communication, MD. The PTSD. I think that might be part of my issue. I've been told before. That and then I get angry about this shit when people die, but that's part of this thing, man. Whether, I'm not going to take whatever other medication, but maybe defining it with a professional can help. Being open and honest and willing to accept that, because, I know that some of the things I've been through haunt me. And some of the things I've seen consume me and make it hard to let go, and I think that might be part of PTSD. I'm not PTSD. I'm not a fucking psychologist. I'm just a basket case here talking to my friends. I'll have to try that. I have PTSD too. I highly recommend sativa. If you're like ADHD at all, sativa's really helped. It's a stimulant versus a suppressant. So like stimulants with people with ADHD. I know that I have ADHD. Thank you, James. I think so too. Trauma, right? We all have trauma. We've all been through things that cause us pain and loss and grief. Here's the thing I've heard about trauma. Our body doesn't know the difference between your trauma and what you've been through and my trauma and what I've been through. So we tend to just like downgrade our trauma, because people go to war and they see people exploded and people do this and they've been through that and it's all this stuff and they deserve that title of PTSD, right? Like I've been through some horrific shit, and my body responds the same way as someone who's been through all these things that I say I haven't been through something as bad as that person, right? It's kind of something that I heard of. Silent Bob Smith. John James Smith. I know his name. He did a thing on codependence. I'm going to write that down. We're going to have to focus on that sometime so we can really, you guys can check out that video that Silent Bob did. I forget his real name, but if you Google his real name, and he did this like PSA on codependence with open and honest communication, it helped me out a lot. I recommend you all check that out. God, if I wish I could remember his name. It's Silent Bob. You could definitely Google Silent Bob's real name. And then Google Smith. That was his first name. I think his last name's Smith, but you can like Google his thing on codependence, and it's a beautiful thing. Whether you have it or not, listen to him being open and honest might help you become more open and honest with what's going on with you. We all PSD up in this to the eyeballs, but we hear each other. Sort of funny. Sorry, I'm British. We about the dark shit. Yo, be it, man. Dark humor's the shit. I don't give a fuck about shit. Let it be, man. I got a real dark humor sometimes. But I'm glad that we can weather the burden together once again. It's a blessing for me that we can all be open and honest in a beautiful, compassionate way. It's a true blessing. Today is a true blessing for me in a lot of ways. MD says us Brits are mental. You gotta be to survive the turtle herd, I think. So that's the thing. I would too. Text the wrong thing, put the wrong thing on social media. Like, we don't have to worry about that in the old states. To say what I want. No, I mean hate shit and all that stuff. There should be some kind of regulation, on that. I believe that freedom of speech is a huge thing. Should be able to say you to whoever I want, including the government. How tyrannous does somebody get when you give them absolute power and you're not allowed to say something against them, right? Whether it be true or not. I mean, I guess you should be held accountable for slander, right? Slander's a thing. I think that should be, taken into consideration with free speech. So you shouldn't be slandering somebody, but if you're telling the truth, you're speaking your truth, even if you're just speaking your truth, trying to find the truth, I think that should be okay. Yep, no one died. What's the problem, right? They say that you're not allowed to fight someone over words, right? That's the law. Someone calls me a piece of shit, I'm not allowed to beat the fuck out of them. But if I say something against the government in another country, they're allowed to, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's fucking crazy. But I also had a dude that called up a congressman, this kid that I used to hang out with, called up a congressman over net neutrality, all hammered, thinking he was Mr. Big Schlong, and threatened this dude's family and life and all this stuff. And he ended up going to federal prison for 6 months. And then he's on federal probation for 5 years. I kind of agree with that, man. You can't, because it's threatening an official trying to sway their opinion. Like, that's illegal. That's beyond your, here in the States, that's beyond your right of freedom of speech. Exactly, Anna. I'm going to get to the bottom this time, and then we're going to call it. I got to go. Great. Indigenous cannabis, James, is small, is not allowed. It helps me to social anxiety, but it's straight, no smell. Or indirect. I don't know what that word is. I'm sorry. That was a question for James from IFV up here about cannabis. Who is the person that first did that? I'm not sure what we're talking about now. I've got too much wrong things the FDA throw at me. Lickety-doo, James, someone with a fetish. We have lost what we're talking about. Someone should have told him, hey, I just came out of the cat's butt. Don't do that. What the fuck am I? I'm so lost with what we're talking about now, but I'm trying to find the bottom. There's the bottom. Okay. I probably skipped a couple of you guys and a few things you said, and I apologize, but I hope most of it's just communicating through each other. Man, it's awesome how cool you are. Blessed to hear Scott and crew. Brother, I appreciate you feeling that. And in this moment, I feel that way. I feel appreciated, loved, and opened. And it's not something I can be all the time, but I need to stop beating myself up. Whatever you are in this moment is okay. And whatever I am in this moment is okay. And tomorrow could be a whole different story. And I've done my best to express myself in that other place. And that's not as cool. You know what I'm saying? But fuck it. That's me, man. And I want you to be you so that you can find your way out of that place and be, to find a place of love and respect for yourself. I'm back after a while. Dude, every time I say I'm going to go, a new one of my buddies, Priest, man, it's good to see you, brother. I subbed to you, Scott W. Awesome. Oh, well, I don't know what we're talking about. Priest, I love having you, man, but I got to get going. I said an hour. It's been 2 hours to 11 minutes. I really got to go make some money. I'm in a real shit place financially. And I don't know how much I'm going to give this guy for hitting his car. Make movies, Maria. Make Clerks and Jay and Silent Bob. He makes movies, Maria. Oh, who Jay and Silent Bob is? Silent Bob, his last name's Smith. Google Silent Bob's real name, and the dude will pop up, and then Google his talk on codependence. I highly recommend it, man. Whether you're codependent or not, he has some beautiful things to say in open, honest communication, man. He's a comedian that did some really cool movies, Clerks, and some other things with his compadre there. He's a writer and a producer, I believe, as well. They will send you to jail for texting bad stuff. Yeah, that's where we're no need for things. Glad I figured out. Well, I appreciate you, Anna. And Anna, do me a favor. Will you look that up, please? Will you look up Silent Bob's real name and then look up his talk on codependence and just watch that for me? I think that would help you and MD, please. Just so maybe we could talk a little bit about it. I'll watch it again. I think there's some real good advice there, and he's really open and honest, and he's a really cool dude. I think it would help us all. It could help us all, and especially me again. What's the name? Just Google Silent Bob's real name, and then Google it's something Smith. I forget, Craig Smith something, and then Google his talk on codependence. Kevin Smith is his name. Kevin Smith's talk on codependence on YouTube. Kevin Smith talks about codependence, or Coda, or something like that, because Coda is the name of the Codependence Anonymous. Don't do what? Yeah, we had a lot to just a moment blessed carrying the spirits at once. Yeah, brother. At moments they walk with me proudly, and I appreciate that. You know, at other moments it crushes me thinking about how much I miss the ones that have gone on ahead, as the Onondagas, as Al Smoke would say. It's Kevin Smith, Sarah, or Anna, and MD, and Sarah. If you haven't checked it out, James, check it out, brother. Yeah, I think you'll really like it, man. Whether you have codependent tendencies or not, it's in CODA again. This Codependence Anonymous is all about having healthy relationships, man. I think the stigma of being codependent, and he is a comedic genius, but he admits that all that is, you know, like I was the jester, right? I was this jester that became this other guy to seek validation through, you know, for my codependence, because this sense of abandonment, you know, and it turned into me taking care of everybody all of the time, and it was very toxic, especially mixing that as a younger man with drugs and alcohol. All right, I really got to go. I'm off like a herd of turtles. Beacon, God damn it. It's good to see you, Beacon. I appreciate you liking the hat. It was my brother's, man. Steve, Big Digs rocked the hat. But I got to go. I got to go make some money, guys. I got to dig myself out of this hole, all right? And I can't do that by chatting with you guys all day. You know, some random actor. Yep, Kevin Smith. I'm telling you, and if you haven't seen Clerks MD, Jay, all you guys just watch it, but I'm telling you, look at his talk on codependence. It's called Ritual Act Rambling. It is called Ritual and Rambling. Bye, everyone. Sweet yo, mate. La la da. James, I'll be honest with you, just because I own part of it, they don't let me in the lab all the time. It's me, makes me angry. That's kind of bullshit. But like I said, man, I'm not looking for anything. You know, maybe I'd stick around for a while and help you guys out with something. That's all I meant. And maybe not. That's not a thing. It doesn't have to be a thing. But if you guys, you know, I mean, shit, if you guys could use some help in some kind of way, that would be awesome. With no expectations, man. That's all I meant. You don't have to, you know, I don't have to. And if you can't, then fuck it. Fuck all of them. We don't give a shit. We can just hang out and do our thing. Grill burgers. Man. In Walmart parking lot if you want. He said, Bug Dicks rock the hat. What are you talking about? Scott W., I gotta go. Take care, everyone. We love you deeply. Scott, come back soon. Good times this morning. James, I really appreciate being here with you. I know Scott W., and when I travel, I live in Walmart parking lot, man. It's not a bad place to be. Oh, dude, Scott W., did you ever look into iOverlander? Did you check that out? I know my buddy Randy said that he's really gotten into finding places. Message me again with exactly where you are, and the next time I talk to Randy and I sit down with him, we'll sit down and we'll find some really cool free camping spots. What is going on? My screen just went black. Hang on. It's probably because I'm at 5%. All right, I got to get off here and let my phone charge for a little while. I can't do no spark driving like this. The good thing is I can let it charge while I go look into that blinker. But I'm at 5%. I got to go, brother. Text that to me. I'll never remember, Scott W. Then I will, I'll talk to B. Come on, B. Get out of here. I will talk to Randy a little bit more about finding some free campsites around where you're at, man, because he's really good at that, dude. And I'm sure that I'm sure that getting out of that parking lot every once in a while, you know, there's got to be places around where you are where, you know, there's free campsites are everywhere. They don't. Oh shit, that's why the fucking thing ain't working. I was like, I plugged it in the charge and the car's not fucking running. Of course. Why is it at 5%? I've been charging it this whole time. Family from Ohio. All right. Let's turn this off. Doesn't matter. I'm off like a herd of turtles. Got to go look at the car. Got to go put a little bit of time in spark driving. I love you guys, and we'll chat soon, I promise. Thank you for being here today. Off like a herd of turtles. Let's do that one. And that one right there. I think that's all. We got to go, folks.